What is up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ, and welcome back, y'all, to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the color purple. We're going to be talking about the original version, and we're also going to be talking about the new adaptation. I'm going to bring the squad on, and we're going to jump right into it, y'all. First and foremost, I'm going to bring my girl, Miss Tamika's Den, up. What's up?
Hey, hello.
And then my girl, Mooch, is in the building.
Ew, what's up, y'all? Ew.
And I got some special guests, y'all. Got my girl Inga. Hey.
Hey everybody. Hello.
And then I got one of my favorite subscribers, y'all. She is joining us today. So what is up, Miss Candy Love? Hey girl.
Hi,
Hey
how y'all
Candy.
doing?
All right.
Hey, Candy Love.
That is me.
Good. Okay, y'all. So we are here to talk about Color Purple. And we're going to be talking about the original version, and then we're also going to be talking about the adaptation. Let me go ahead and shout out everybody that's in the chat. Let's see who came by. All right, we got Rashonda in the building. Shannon's in the building. I was about to say Tamika's Den. Y'all, I'm just reading down the thing. We got Dare. Is it? I don't. I be butchering these names. I'm sorry. It's DER. Is it DRI? Dairy. I'm sorry.
Gary.
I'm already butchering your name. I apologize. What's up, Vacay J? All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and just talk about this. I was about to say this episode. I'm not used to talking about movies live, y'all. All right. So first and foremost, has everybody seen the trailer of the new adaptation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Really, yes.
Okay, good. Because unfortunately, I can't play it because Warner Brothers don't play no games about their
Yeah,
trailers.
exactly.
So we're not going to play that. We're not going to do that today. But let's just get the feeling of what you're thinking about the cast so far. Tamika, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about this new cast um, that we have for this new adaptation?
Looks good to me. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see it. I saw one of the plays before. I know they had like Fantasia was already in one of the plays, so we already know she gonna do her thing regardless. And then it was also Jennifer Hudson and Cynthia Evil, I believe, at one time. I saw the one that had Jennifer Hudson, but I'm looking forward to this. It was also
Okay.
Jennifer Hudson
Awesome.
Oh no, and it's an
So,
echo.
I was going to say somebody got an echo on. Is it,
Nah,
oh,
that
does
was
any,
me. Sorry,
there-
my bad.
oh, okay, no problem. What about you, Moochie? What do you think about are you looking forward to it or what's your feels?
I'm looking forward to seeing it because I wanted to see the play on Broadway, but I didn't. So I'm glad they're bringing. I'm glad they're bringing the musical to a movie form so it can reach more people.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah,
all here for it, man.
exactly. Inga, what you got? What you think?
I agree with Tamika and Moochie that Fantasia's my girl, so I like her and of course I've seen her perform live, so I know that she's probably gonna kill it with especially with the singing. But
Hmm
I think it's gonna be great. I can't even remember everybody's name that's going off the top of my head right now that's gonna be in it, the cast. But for what I saw, um, it looked like it's gonna be really good. So I'm looking forward. And I know it's gonna be good because if Oprah's behind it and Quincy Jones and all these other producers I saw that's behind it, it's not going to be any mess. It's going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so too. Like I wholeheartedly think so as well. What about you, Candy? What you think?
I am so excited to see this adaptation from the Broadway play. I'm a big Fantasia fan, and I also love the color purple. So I'm ready to see what they have in store for us on
Oh,
Christmas Day.
I
Is
know,
it
right?
Christmas Day?
Yep,
Or
Yep.
Christmas Day.
yeah, yes.
Christmas Day. I am a huge Fantasia fan as well, y'all. Like I love me some Tasia. Like I
Me
have
too.
all of her albums. Like I just
Hmm
love Tasia. So when I saw that she was doing the Broadway play, of course I haven't got a chance to see that. But if I would love to see that. But when I saw this, I was so excited. So Inga, you mentioned that you didn't know who you had. You don't have the whole list. Of, I'm gonna try to see if I can.
Well, I couldn't remember everybody's name. I mean, I know their faces, but just right off the top of my head, I just can't. If I have to see the faces again, it might pop back up. But um,
I gotta figure this
But it's a
out.
great cast from what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. So actually, I have something that I want to do with you guys. I just gotta get it brought up here. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, y'all. So
Okay,
here
yeah.
are some of the main characters that are going to be in the show, and I want y'all to tell me who is going to play who. Like I know you've probably seen some of the
Ooh.
trailer, but it was kind of going fast. But let's just see if you
I
can
know she
recognize who you think is going to play who. So let's start with our girl, Miss Taraji. Who is Taraji going to play? And hold on, y'all, let me bring this other thing up. Give me a second. Y'all just look over those while I get this other one up. They disappeared. I wish I could bring both of these up at the same time. So I'm going to give y'all a look at the old cast. Here we go.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, we got Sophia, we got Nettie, we got Suge, we got Harpo, we got Squeak, we got the younger Celie, we got Harpo,
Mhm.
and then we got the older Celie. Okay.
Right.
All right, so let's bring them back up now. So, Taraji, Moochie, who do you think Taraji's playing?
She playing Suge Avery.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yes.
She need that. They need that. You know, she gonna have that. You know how she all has that. How can I say it? That attitude. She's gonna have that
Mhm.
attitude, like
y'all
with
know
Alvin and stuff. So
I'm gonna refrain from singing all night. I promise y'all.
I'm
What
not.
up, bro?
I'm not.
I'm
I'm not even
not.
gonna lie to you.
I'm
I
not.
can't
On the
make
old
that
school.
promise.
Look, I'm not
Not at
gonna make
all.
that promise tonight.
Monologues and all.
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna be
What
doing
up,
quotes and
Billa?
everything tonight. I was
What up,
looking forward to
RC?
it.
Yes.
Miss T in the building. What up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for coming through and hanging out with us. Okay, Candy. Okay, who do you think Danielle is gonna play right here? Right here. My mouse on it. I'm
Sophia.
sorry. Okay. Yep. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right. So I okay, Inga. Who do you think the young Hallie is gonna play?
That's a young girl right here, right?
Hmm.
Now I'm gonna just guess because I really don't know. I'm gonna say maybe Squeak.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Because I
Which girl, Hallie?
Hallie, the one next to Danielle Brooks.
She's
Hallie.
playing a young Nettie.
Yes, that's
Oh, okay.
right.
Okay.
Yep, she's
Okay.
gonna play the young Nettie, and then I think we all know who gonna play Fantasia. So I'm not even gonna do that one, but we know who Fantasia's playing. I said who gonna play Fantasia?
Mhm.
Lord, y'all know what I mean.
Yeah,
And
we do.
then
Hey,
who is
Kendall.
Ciara gonna play, y'all? Who is Ciara gonna play?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Who you
Mm,
think, Tamika?
I have no clue. Only ones I knew was Taraji, Danielle, Fantasia, and
She might be
what's
Squeak,
his name at
y'all.
the end? Domingo.
yeah, the guy. Yeah, yeah.
Sierra might play Squeak.
Maybe she might
Maybe.
play Squeak.
Mm-mm.
No?
Because Squeak was light skinned. She light skinned. That's not right.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
or
Not
unless.
not according to Google.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Let me see. I just watched it this afternoon. Now, so let me think.
Who y'all think? I'm
Um,
gonna bring the other one back up. It's so funny because I don't think that they're channeling the original on this
They
one. They're
not.
oh,
channeling
okay.
the
Yeah, they say
newer
it's
one.
Okay.
not. They say it's nothing like the original. It's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
so
As far as
who
the
could she be? Is she one of Celie's kids?
as far as these are all main characters. As far as the character is concerned, I think they're channeling those characters to look alike. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So who
Okay.
on this screen do you think Sierra would look most like as a older? I just gave you another hint. One of the character is already on here once as a younger version, but then
Nettie.
yep, that's who she's
She
playing.
Nettie?
Oh,
That's
Wow.
that's
okay.
a hint.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
because
Okay.
the young girl on here, what's her name again? Haley.
Hallie,
Haley.
Uh huh.
Haley,
Yeah.
Haley.
Hallie.
She's
So,
playing. She's
Yeah.
playing the young Nettie.
So
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, that's
Hey,
what she with.
Kendall.
So if you saying that, then her the singer, she
Mm-hmm.
got to be playing Squeak.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Look, I ain't look
Okay.
at Google.
Okay.
This is just
Yeah.
intuition.
And I don't even know the guys' names, but Who do you think is
What
playing Mr.
the
and
Mingo?
Bowman Domingo, I
the
believe
guy that
he's
was from
playing
The Walking
Mr.
Dead, the last at the end.
yeah, yeah, I
Mhm.
can't
Okay,
think of his
yeah,
real
he looks
name.
like
Yeah, I
He
like
looks like
him.
Mister.
Yeah,
And then that leaves the other one with
He's
Harpo, and then you already
yeah.
know who's playing the young Celie. I can't think of her name, Felice something, but you know, huh?
Okay.
I'm
So
looking
We'll
forward
see.
to this, y'all.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
looking forward
I
to it
am
too.
too.
I really am looking forward to this as well. All right, let me get these out of here, and all right. So let me bring up these screenshots, y'all, because I have to have the screenshots. Otherwise, I cannot keep track of how the movie even went. Like in my head, I feel like I know, but you already.
We'll help you.
I
We
just
got
watched
you.
it this afternoon, so.
Yes,
I
I
watched a
watched it
little
this
bit.
weekend.
I watched a little bit.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna do screen layouts. All right, y'all. So color purple. So we all know that when it starts out, we see Nettie and Celie, of course, the younger versions of them. And did anybody ever realize? Okay, first of all, let me backtrack for a second. Did anybody on this panel read the book?
Yes,
Yes.
I was
Okay.
made to read
Yeah.
it, and
I
then
had
I
to read it in
recently
college.
listened to it. Yeah.
Okay, because I love the book too. So for all the people who have looked at the book, did did you read the book first, or look at the movie first? Like,
Movie,
I
movie for me.
I
what
think it
year
was
did
the movie
what year
first.
did the movie come out?
I can't remember. Maybe around the same around the same time. I think maybe I can't remember. But I did read the book, but I don't remember.
I read the book
Yeah.
first.
I might
okay.
have too. I just don't remember, but I might have too.
I'm telling my age.
My sister made me read it.
Yeah, yeah. I remember reading.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I'm telling
Yeah,
my
books
age.
are always better because they give more details. When they
Yeah,
making a movie, I don't
man.
care if it's based on a true story or whatever else. They only gonna be able to take certain parts out of it.
And
Yeah,
you
Right,
know how they
right.
exactly.
feeling when they
And they did
going
take
through it
some
because
very
they
important
really,
stuff
you
out
know,
of it.
they put their feelings in it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
usually get
story
lost in
is
the book.
longer if you read the book.
Yeah.
Longer story, yeah.
Okay, so my question to you guys is book or movie, book or original. Well, we haven't seen the other movie. Book or movie? Which one did you prefer? Tamika, you can start and then just go down.
I mean, I would say the book because the book had more details, but you know, the movie was good. I remember it like yesterday going to the movies to see it with my mother.
Okay, Moochie.
You know what? Now I looked at the year that it was out. I graduated in '86, so I saw the movie before I read the book because I was in college after '86. So,
Okay.
but I still wanted to read the book because the book told more. I was like, the movie ain't do this. The movie ain't do that. That's how I was reading it. You know how you read stuff and you be like, that didn't happen in the movie.
Exactly. And when we get to certain parts, I so want to just go to the book for a second when we get to certain parts because I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. That book was doing a lot. I was like, wait a minute. I looked at the book after the fact because I looked at this movie a gazillion times before I ever picked up the book. And when I read the book, you talking about somebody's eyes who was just awakened, like they had just saw a new movie. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I love the book though. All right, so y'all, let's start out with we got a young Celie, we got a young Nettie. You know, they're sisters, they love each other. What did y'all think about I don't know if I want to call him the original Mister, I guess, whoever he is, the daddy. I'm
Danny
gonna call him
Glover?
the daddy.
Yeah, he was a stepdaddy, yeah.
Not Danny Glover,
Oh,
the
No, the stepfather.
he
The
was
the
annoying.
stepfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we find out later that, you know, what she say, my daddy, not my daddy.
Yes.
All right, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, but what did y'all think about this whole situation where we have this stepfather? He tells her, like, look, you gonna do what your mama wouldn't do, you know, basically.
Right.
And we know that these times were kind of like that. But as we're looking at this movie and we're getting a picture of this his daddy. Yeah, I couldn't stand his daddy. What were y'all overall thoughts just about this scene and him taking the babies from her and just this whole thing? Tamika, you go ahead and start.
He was disgusting, like, and then to try to make her feel guilty, like you better never tell nobody. But guy ready to kill your mama, like you shouldn't be doing this. You gonna kill her mama? Like it was just horrible, every aspect of it.
Trash.
Absolutely. And then we I'm sorry. It went kind of quick. Hold on. Okay, then we get to the part where he takes the babies, right? He takes the I think when the movie is on, we only see him take the daughter, but we know that he also took the son as well. And then he tells her, you better not never tell nobody but God, just kill your mom. And then next thing you know, what happens? Mama is
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah.
and I don't know, when I saw this part and when you hear it, you're like, dang, the mama found out about it, and it broke her heart. And I don't know, it was really sad to me, like this whole scene. What did you think about it, Moochie?
I with this whole scene with her, the way she was just basically left in the cold. It was like he did her wrong, but it was good for her because you knew she was leaving, but you didn't know what she was gonna get into next.
Yeah. This hold on, let me make sure I can let me go back to this other scene. So that scene right there they was at the funeral, and I'm sorry I didn't show you the little funeral thing. Well, they're having, like, I guess an old school funeral, like where they
I think
put
it's
the
further down. Oh no.
no, it's this one.
Okay.
I just didn't put the little whatchamdoodle up there. But no, I felt like, you know, I wanted to see the mom. Did anybody else want to see the mom? Like, I felt like I
Yeah.
kind of missed that aspect of it.
Yeah, we
Is
never
it?
saw the mother
And I wanted to
in the
see.
movie.
I
Yeah, we
would
never saw
have
the mother.
liked to seen that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. Maybe after
No,
we
I think
looked
she
at,
would have been sad and downtrodden. We didn't need to see
I
that
think
because
the
it
mother
was
probably
already
knew
sad
about
enough.
it.
Yeah,
so
and
in
probably turned
the
the blind eye.
I think so too. In the Google thing where you show all the characters, they actually have mama listed, and I'm wondering if this is going to be the mama, if we're going to be able to see her in this new adaptation. So that was
Wow.
interesting
Okay.
Yeah.
because we didn't get that from here.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see that the daddy is kind of moving on to Nettie. Now, he's done his thing with Celie, and
And look
it's
how creepy he looked looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Ugh.
Yes,
Just a
disgusting.
dirty old man.
just dirty
Yes.
Yes.
old man
Oh,
is what he is.
it's worse
But
than dirty old man. That's
Yeah.
just disgusting.
it is
If I
very
can chime in for a second.
go ahead.
Okay, so back when it first came on and they were playing in the fields with the sunflowers,
Mhm,
and it looked like innocent children until they come out of the flowers and you see Celia with a big belly, and then he
mhm,
telling her to stop smiling because she ugly.
Yeah.
But
mhm.
you created two kids with her. This is before we
Mm-hmm.
knew that he wasn't their father in real, for real.
Yeah.
So it was like you telling her she's ugly, but you messing with her. But you
But
don't want
even,
nobody to
even
think you want her because in your mind she's ugly.
yeah,
I
but
didn't
even
like that.
even though we found out later he's a stepfather, that's still trifling and
Yeah.
disgusting too. You
But I'm
still,
just saying
yeah,
because
that's
because he called her ugly, but you messing with her. You sleeping, you having
oh, he
sex
don't
with
care nothing.
her.
He was trying to get his swerve on. He
Yeah.
don't care nothing about. He wasn't trying. He was just trying to do what he needed to do to release himself. He ain't care nothing about her being ugly.
Men
Just
separate
like
that.
Right.
Mr. Yeah, they
Right.
they
But men
could
do that in real
separate it.
life
They
though.
could separate
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
not
They do
like
that
he
in
was
real life.
she was just the hole that he was poking.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
My grandmother used to say it could be a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Absolutely. Yeah,
I love that. Grandma say a hole
that is
in
a
the
fact. That's
wall.
a fact. Yeah.
Word.
Mm.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm trying to look in the chat, y'all, to see if we got anything going on in the chat. The family foolery is still that is very true. It
Yeah.
definitely is still happening. It's just very sad situation, to be honest. Just sad. I'm sorry, y'all. But so we know that Nettie is being targeted now for whatever reason. After the mom died, all of a sudden he starts to put more emphasis on Nettie. Um, and then we see that, hold on, let me get to, he remarries. And do y'all know, because
It's-
when we see at the end, the chick is like dark skinned. How many times did he
She
remarry?
probably
Because
married 3 or 4 times. You know what
And
I
look
mean?
how
So,
young she is.
yeah, she
Yeah.
I
looked
think
like
she was
14 years old.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
looked
Yeah.
14 years old. Yeah, she looked
Hmm.
very young. Yeah.
See,
Well,
this is
they
Yeah.
used to get married young. Yeah, she probably
this is what I
hightailed
was.
it, and then he
We talked
remarried
about
somebody
this
else.
on another platform. People was getting married at
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I
13,
was just getting ready to
14,
say that.
15. Yeah. By the
Mhm.
It
time
was
you be
normal
16, you
back
a
then
grown
in
adult.
these times when
Right.
people having a young bride.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It wasn't frowned on like how it is now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. But yeah, so
Mhm.
he gets remarried, right? But yeah, he still has this thing for Nettie because what we're gonna see is Mister. Mister's coming up there on his horse. Y'all, I just about want. I bet you that horse was just tired. Like that horse was probably like, "This some bull."
Mhm.
We see Mister coming up there, and he say he need him a wife because look, he got the kids, and the kids needs to be fed. They her need to be combed. Like he needs to
Oh.
be out here working these fields, and he ain't got time for this. So he wants to marry Nettie. We saw already that he's been looking at her, right? He's been
Mhm.
eyeing her. So what did y'all think about Mister's first introduction and how the father is like, you can't have Nettie. What do you say? Flat out, you just can't have her, something like that. Y'all know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's
yeah.
basically what he said. He said, "Now you silly." On the
Yeah,
other hand,
you're
and he's
spoiled.
like, "Oh,
Like
I
she's
never really
spoiled.
looked at
Yeah,
her."
he
Look, she's
wanted
Yeah.
Nettie
spoiled.
for himself.
Yeah,
He
Mhm.
wanted Nettie for
absolutely.
himself. So
Because
Yeah,
she been
yeah.
spoiled
he's just
twice.
horrible.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Two
I didn't like
times
the part
spoiled.
where he riding the horse and she pulling the cow, but
Hmm.
now you got a cow and you got a mule for a wife.
Look,
And all the bags and the luggage and
Hmm.
everything.
look,
And
I'm gonna give you silly,
he treated her
Hmm.
Yeah.
like the mule.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
you this
Yeah.
cow
He
too.
has a mule for a wife. Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Look, you say he got
Yes.
a mule for a
Exactly.
wife.
Yes, he
Yeah,
used her like
Yeah,
a
but that's
mule
how
in
he
You ain't
the
lying,
field.
Inga.
that's
You're
how
not
he
he was
did.
lying.
he was
In
always
the
Hmm.
treating her that
field,
way.
he
Yeah.
used her in the
Hmm.
field like a mule. Yes.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
did.
Yeah.
But you know, the daddy said he was like, Celie will work, and he makes
Right.
reference to a mule or something like that
Hmm.
when
Yes.
he talks about how hard she'll work.
And you
Hmm.
ain't
So
got to feed her
yeah,
Right.
exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, so right from the
a
jump, they've
mess.
already set the precedent for
Hmm.
exactly what she is going to be. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, so anyway, Mister decides he's gonna take her home, and this is what Candy was talking about when she was
Hmm.
following behind him. He on the horse, and I'm just like, y'all, you know what? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go through these slides, but I just want to have a conversation in general about this because y'all know I'm not too orthodox about following my plans. But so there's this thing where he treats Suge like she is the salt of the earth, like she is everything. You did y'all notice,
Mm-hmm.
like when Suge gets there, he wants to cook for her, he wants to do all these things for her,
Mm-hmm.
but when Celie, the woman that he's taking as his wife, even though we know this ain't the wife that he wanted, yada
Right.
yada yada, but at the same time, I just thought it was interesting that this man would treat a woman the way that she quote unquote should be treated if it was the right woman. Did y'all feel a way about that? Because that mess irritated me so
Yeah.
Yeah,
badly.
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
he loved Suge and Suge, he wanted Suge. Suge was something he couldn't have. So he was trying
Right.
to
Right.
get her.
That's
Whereas he
right.
didn't want, Celie. And to me, Suge
Mhm.
didn't want him. So he was busy
No,
chasing her.
that's
I
But
will
right.
he couldn't
say that
have
Absolutely.
Suge
Suge
because
didn't
of the
want him.
father.
He
His
didn't
Hmm.
want to
father.
bow. He bowed down to his father, and
Yeah.
his
Yep.
father didn't want him to marry
Hmm.
Suge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
That was
said
Yeah.
his
it.
problem.
I need a
Hmm.
boy. I need a man. You
You need
Right.
a
need a man.
man.
Well,
Hmm.
I did a bit.
well,
Okay, y'all.
he was the way he was because of his father. The father was the way
Exactly.
Yes.
he
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay, y'all. I need y'all to finish this line. You show Liz ugly.
Ugly.
was. Ugly.
ugly.
Uh,
Okay, and then the next line I want you to finish is it's gone.
Rain on your
right on
head.
your head. I just said that the other day
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
little boy. It's gonna rain on your head.
Oh,
Okay, y'all. So when we get to the house, Celia gets to the house. The first thing she's met with old Harpo badass. Like they were some bad kids.
yeah, I would have spanked his damn behind.
Yeah, he was bad as
Okay,
hell.
y'all. Am I the only person that was confused by all these damn kids running around? I'm trying to figure out every time we turn around, it's a bunch of kids at this house. And sometimes, like, okay, so we know that he had Harpo. That's really the only one they talk about, but he had the other girls,
He
right? I
had
don't know
other
how
Mhm.
many.
children too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the other
Yeah.
girls, but there's gonna be a time when Suge pops up, right? And then she's gonna be reading to these kids, and I'm like, who the hell is these kids? And they in the house, y'all. I
What
just
But
is
don't
him and
understand.
Shook, they have
When
kids, though,
she
right?
was reading to the kids, wasn't Harpo a little older?
Yeah, he was
Well,
a
it
little
might have been
older.
Sophia and Harpo's kids.
Girl,
I
I
Well, he
mean,
don't
had a
I,
know.
bunch of
Technically,
children.
that's
Now
not
he had
children.
children, I think, by different women or something. He had a lot of children.
yeah,
Mhm.
but he
Okay,
has
so
kids
he
by Sophie.
Somebody
by,
said 15
Suge, though.
kids.
Yeah,
oh,
he had a lot of kids.
They might be
They
right
just
to
didn't
the
highlight
book.
all the kids. It was
Mm-hmm.
just a Harpo they highlighted in the movie, but
Mm-hmm.
he had a lot of
But in
children.
the book, he had kids by Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Suge Avery. I'm sorry, Suge. Him and Suge
okay.
had
So he
kids
did have the kids by Suge in
So
the.
in the
he
book.
Okay.
shook Avery kids.
In the book, he had kids by
You
Suge.
know what? That's been so long ago. I don't even
It's been a long
remember,
time.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me neither. I
Read the
don't
book.
remember either.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
don't
why we got
remember, but I think they
it.
tried to insinuate it because I remember she basically said her father and mother had her kids, but
Yes.
remember when his father comes and gets on him and he was saying she been out there and had kids by different men. He says, no, I can vouch for it.
Right.
All her kids have the same baby daddy. He said, you can't vouch
Yeah,
for that.
Because he is the daddy.
He's the
Right.
daddy.
Yeah.
because he's
Right.
trying to say
He is.
he the pappy.
Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
I can vouch for it. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so when she gets there for the kids greet her the way that they greet her, Harpo specifically, and then there's that infamous line when she is, well, first of all, let me back up. When she first gets there, it feels like she thinks that this might be a marriage where she can say things, but we're gonna quickly learn that this is a marriage where she can't say shit, y'all. Excuse my French.
No,
She
no.
can't.
She's a slave.
He asserted his authority right from the beginning
Yeah.
when she's combing the little girl's hair and she says, I can't. Y'all finish the
I
line.
can't comb her hair. When
I
the last time
can't.
somebody combed her hair?
She was screaming. He was
Yeah.
trying to, why don't you shut that kid up?
Yeah, she was going.
And
She
then
wanted
She
to cut
wanted
her
to
hair.
cut her hair, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted to cut it. She wanted to cut it, and he said no.
It's bad luck to cut a woman hair.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he's
Well, you
like,
gotta
shut her
comb
up.
it. That little child here was so nappy.
It was now.
Yes.
It's a break a comb.
Yeah.
And then she says, I can't. It hurt her.
Yep.
And then he got up and he slapped her. And that was probably one of the first times that we really saw him assert his authority over her to the point where we knew that she was fearful and that, she just tried to do what she could do. But did y'all see how dirty that house was?
The house was trite.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't clean that up, and
It
she
was
had
like
it
they
with.
lived in a doggone
It was spotless
zoo.
when she finished.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could see
Yeah,
a
them
reflection.
pots shining and everything.
Yeah.
When I saw her wipe that doggone
The
when I saw her
wall.
wipe that wall,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said,
that was all the
Lord,
soot and stuff.
how long did my
Nobody
goodness.
was over there cleaning. It was
Right.
At
But
all.
can we
And that-
can we backtrack a second? I'm a big Color Purple fan. So back when she first came to the house, Harpo said she ain't my mammy.
Mhm.
In the
She ain't
book, her mother he watched his mother die in the book. So the daddy didn't even care about this boy already seeing his mama dying. Now, here your new mama. That ain't my mammy. And then hit her in the head with a rock. And now she got a big old stain on her head with the rag. And then you're going to slap her in the face after she already wounded from your son?
He didn't
Boy, I
care.
wanna meet
He
you.
didn't
At
care.
all. At
He did
all.
not care. Let's go to
No.
the chat, y'all, real quick. Let's see.
She ain't my mammy.
Oh, somebody talking about 15 kids. I made that
It's
up.
been so long since I've read the book. I ain't read the book probably since the 80s. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't
I'm about to
remember
go
that
back
one, y'all.
and read the
That's
book
the
again.
I read that
Yes.
book in the 80s.
It was in the 80s when I read the book. I ain't read it since.
I had a refresher recently because when I saw y'all was doing this, I said, "Oh, let me go ahead and get this refreshing my brain on
I
this
was
book."
going to, but
did
I
the
didn't
movie. I
have
refreshed
a
the
chance.
movie. Yeah.
Y'all want
I
to hear
didn't have a
something?
chance. What's that?
At work, Deb Schuler can vouch for this. We used to watch this at work on our break.
Hey.
And we watched it so much that we knew the words already anyway, but we still watched it at least every couple of months. It would be on in there. Somebody would put it on. because that's when we was
Okay.
playing the DVDs
She
at
definitely
work.
She
wasn't the
was
wife.
never considered the wife. She was just a slave or maid.
She was his mule.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's
His
all
slave,
she
his
was.
mule, his maid, whatever negative connotation you want to use for somebody that's
Exactly.
being yes,
Exactly.
disrespectful.
Okay, y'all. So, they say mothers know, you know what I'm saying? And at some point, Celie goes into the store and she sees, dang, I can't think of her name, the pastor's wife. It'll come to me in a minute. But the pastor's wife, she sees her and she believes that this is her baby. And she's trying to see the baby. What did you think about this, Candy? Like, what was your, kind of break it down, what you thought?
I thought it was sad because she knew it was her baby, and that just broke my heart that she knew it was her baby, and she held the baby, and she didn't want to give her the baby back. And when she asked the lady what was her name, she said Pauline, but I call her Olivia because she looks like an Olivia. But remember, she stitched Olivia in her diapers or her shirts or something.
Yeah.
So why are you saying you call this child Olivia? The daddy gave you all the stuff that she made. I'm like, listen, I don't miss nothing in this movie.
I said that too.
But that really broke my heart. That broke my heart.
Yeah, it
Do
was
you
very
think
sad.
she knew that was the mother? Because
I always felt like she did because when she was walking out, she turned back and looked at her, and also when she looked at her eyes, I think she saw it in her eyes, and
that was the baby. Because it looked like the mom.
She sure did turn back and look. All right, y'all. Let's see. So that's her looking at the baby.
It was very sad.
Yeah.
And then she had to be, are you gonna buy anything or not, Gab? I was so mad at him.
Oh,
yeah. So nasty talk.
Yeah, well,
how
you know,
that's
how I was
how
at that time.
Buy anything or not, Gab?
Has
She was
anybody
like,
seen
no,
that
sir.
actress since? What has she been doing? That actress that played the young Celie.
Somebody look it up. Yeah, because I was gonna look it up earlier, but I
look it up
didn't
because I
have
haven't
time.
seen.
They showed her on. I saw her on. I want to say, was it TikTok? One of them I
she's
seen
a
her like
beautiful lady.
like how she looks now.
I don't remember if I seen her playing it. I mean, I had to look her up or something, but
I'm not too sure. I know I definitely seen the one that played Nettie and a couple of other things.
Oh,
that's John Singleton's ex.
Yeah, well, he had 7 kids, and she had 1 or 2 kids with him, but he had 7 kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's still acting, but the other girl, I don't see her.
Yeah, I didn't really see her in too much. Maybe like a Law and Order episode, or one of them type of shows.
She wasn't doing no big time stuff, but I think she was behind the scenes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The last thing I remember seeing her in New Jack City in the court. She was in there brief, where you be like, oh shoot, that's you see it real quick. And I'm trying to think of what other movie. I can't remember what other movie I saw her in.
Yeah, you see it from time to time pop up.
Yeah. So we're gonna break from that real quick. I want to know what your favorite scene is. Like, everybody has a favorite scene from The Color Purple. What is your all-time favorite scene? You got to pick one. I know I got like multiples. But
I got multiples.
It's hard to pick one.
You got to give us like a 5 at least. Because like this, and this. Right.
You got one scene and you got to say it. You got to say what it is. Like, you got to. I know you know to reenact it because everybody reenacts their favorite scene. So, go ahead and hit me with who anybody can go first. I ain't gonna put nobody on the spot. Who got theirs? Who
I
know
like
what
any of the scenes when Sophia's balling up her fist and about to punch somebody in the face.
Yeah.
But you gotta say it, Inga. You gotta say the words. You know them.
My.
She say I'm on the spot. I can't think of it.
So, wait a minute, give me a second. No, y'all go ahead while I'm thinking.
Okay.
Look, I'll go off screen and do mine.
Okay.
I'll go off. All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my brothers and sisters. But what'd she say?
But I
don't want to fight my husband, but I'll kill him dead. I don't know it quote for quote, but there's certain parts where you remember because she said it with all her heart.
She really what she saying? You told Harpo to beat me.
told Harpo to beat me.
Yeah.
What she say? I never
say you
thought I
better-
had to fight on my own.
Bad, the bash Mrs. Head in and what's she saying?
Think about heaven later.
Like that.
Yeah, think about heaven later.
Yeah, worry about heaven later. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
getting
Okay.
behind and they're flaming it on
Tamika,
the
what's your favorite one? What you got?
That is so hard because there's so many, but one that always make me laugh. I think I shared it on TikTok, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but side note, because I didn't notice it as many times as I watched this movie, and I shared those on TikTok too. When the plate is full 1 minute when Sophia's eating, and the next minute is nothing there, and then when she give her the glass of lemonade, she drank it all, but then the glass is full again. I said, what is going on here? But anyway, a part that always makes me laugh is when she says, my name is Mary Agnes. And his father says, Mary what? Mary, who gives a damn? I always crack up with that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Candy, what you got? I know you got some brewing in here. What you got?
Yes. Mine is at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said, oh, Sophia home now. Things gonna change around here.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite part. I love the whole beginning and end. I like all of that. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I just thought about that one too.
Then the dad said, "The dead has arisen."
Yes.
Maybe she can sweep out the caboose.
The dinner scene is the best. Is one of the best. But there's so many. It's hard to pick one. But this whole movie is. Yeah, it's a lot of great scenes.
Full of them. Let me go to the chat, y'all, because RC said it's too many to name.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever ask you for anything?
Yes, I never asked you for nothing, not even your
Sorry in the mirror.
Right.
That's right.
Okay, let's see what you told Harpo to beat me. Yep.
Hey, Tia.
Daddy.
Oh yes.
And when Celie cursing the style, she gave him some words. When she did that thing, everything. Listen, I thought that was real. I could just go around to everything you done to me.
Yes.
I sat in that jail.
That's real.
Sat in that jail and nearby done rocked the deal.
No.
Okay, here go a good one. Harpo, who this woman?
Yes.
No, karma is real. So so that thing is accurate.
Okay, let's see
what's done to me is gonna be done right back to you.
Exactly. Kendall said when Suge Avery was running towards the house before Celie cut Mister with the razor, but also Suge Avery singing. Listen.
Yeah, that's always gonna be the part right there, honey.
At home, fixing
y'all one of my favorite. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my favorite parts, and I say this to my little cousin all the time. He's like, and this is no disrespect to anybody, y'all. Let me just put that out there. This is no disrespect to anybody, but my little cousin is Nigerian, and every time I used to see him, I would go up to him.
About to say.
I say, Mama Boone.
I knew you was about to say it. Mama. Well, I was watching, I was bawling, I was crying.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Boy, I tell you, this movie right here just has some of the best lines, and they are classic. I won't lie to y'all. I made my daughter sit down and watch this. I said, you ain't never gonna be at a point where somebody say me and you us never part and you don't know what they talking about. Yeah. You gonna know that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Something. God is trying to tell you something right here, right? I love that song. I used to listen to the soundtrack over and over and over. I used to love the soundtrack.
Yeah.
We used to be in the church on the choir stand, and my cousin would be like, "Hey, Saint God trying to tell you something." Saint God trying to tell you something. Now we in church in real life now. I'm like,
that's a real thing. I mean,
Sweet daddy, sinners have soul too. She came in there and blew them away.
That church was rocking too.
Yes.
That was so great. Okay, y'all. So let me go back. Let me get back on track now. Okay, my bad, y'all. Okay, let's go back to these slides and let's see where we were at. Okay, so we're gonna move through some of this, y'all, because I'm gonna kind of just go back and forth. I just feel like having a more candid conversation, but I do need to use these slides to kind of keep me in track. Okay, so we know when Nettie first got there, Mr. had already been looking at her. This was right up his alley. So we already knew what was coming.
Yeah.
It was inevitable. And even Celie says it. Do you remember what she says to Mika?
Yeah, she was telling her, you're not going to be able to stay here for long. You're going to have to go soon. And I think that's when they was trying to come up with a plan, like, with her going to school, she was going to teach her how to read so that they would be able to write to each other once it was going to be her time to go. Because she said, he going to make a move on you. Like, we all knew what was coming.
Absolutely.
And then she was making fun of him. That far had me cracking up. And he on the side with his damn pipe listening to them the whole time.
Okay. And even her sister tells her about standing up to the kids, and she told her like they got the upper hand. But you're talking about that part right there when she was like, "My shoes need a shining."
Yes.
My kids, these kids. Then I'm gonna lay on top of you while I do my thing.
Oh my goodness. You know what? When they were doing the words, I think my favorite part was when she said, what did she say? God, it's when she changed her whole tone. What did she say? It was not the stocking one. Window. Remember when she changed the whole thing? I thought that was
saying.
Well, she did the thing with the stocking when she ran her little hands up like that. Like that. So
it was just so it was a really good feeling when she was around her sister. You could tell true, genuine love there. It was
unconditional love.
It was very unconditional.
That's when she was teaching her the words, and then he came standing up behind, and she said, "What is it?" She said, "Mr.
Yeah. We hated Danny Go for a long time.
And he was like, "Don't you got something better to do?"
Exactly. And then this him being a dirty old man when I went crazy on these screenshots.
Oh, I was so mad at this. I was so happy that she got away from him, Lord.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Him and this. I gotta go to school. That nobody said that one. Yeah, that was another one. I gotta go to school. And then nobody said nothing but death can keep me from. I forgot about that. Was another one.
Oh well, yeah, we did say that.
Keep us apart. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a really sad situation, and right here he made up his mind. And he was, going to separate them because he knew this is what would hurt the most. And I thought this was so sad because we're seeing these two sisters about to be torn apart. You have one who one is introverted and one is extroverted. I mean, they definitely are that. And then you have this bond that he's just tearing them apart. I was crying, y'all. Every time I see this, I promise you, I cry. Something about this movie just still brings me to tears.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, y'all. So let's see. And this is one of the few times that we saw Celie fight too.
Yes.
We don't really see her fight a lot, but we did see her fight. There was that part, and sorry guys, again, I couldn't get videos because I just didn't want to deal with possible copyright stuff. So, but there's that part when she's trying to get to her, and she's literally hitting him, and she's trying to get to him. Yeah. She's trying. She has no fear at that point when it comes to her sister. I was like, okay, I wanted a sister real bad at this point, like a whole hot second. I have a half sister, but I don't have a sister that I was ever born, that I said born with. Y'all know what I mean? Like, with. I have all brothers. So this always made me want a sister, but then I was like, we might hate each other, so maybe not.
But they said he really beat their hands when they were wrapped around that tree. They said he really hit their hands in real life, like to make it look real.
Yeah.
But me and him
Danny Glover played this role, man.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
He played the heck out of this role.
Right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what you think she's saying?
Why?
That's exactly what she said.
Nothing gonna keep us apart. Yeah.
Nothing but death can keep me from it.
And then what do y'all think what did she say right here? What did she say?
Why? Yes.
I love it when you can look at something and know exactly what was going on. This is so crazy. And then this is Our infamous song.
Yes.
Me and you us never part. That was so infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Like if anybody ever
It's the
says
part
that,
that
you
always make you cry though.
Yeah.
exactly. And then there's what did she say in this one?
Nothing but
Nothing
death
else
can
could
keep
keep.
you from.
Yes.
Yep. I love that. I put two
Yes.
of them because she said it twice, and then Celie was just
Mm-hmm.
looking sad. Lord have
Right.
mercy.
Yes.
Yes, I
Poor
was
thing.
The casting was so great for this movie. It was
yes.
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 Absolutely. I wholeheartedly 100% agree with you, Inga. The casting
Mhm.
was on point. And that's why I think that the new casting is, I think it's good. I am
Mm-hmm.
interested to see how they gonna transform Ciara. I ain't
Yes.
gonna lie, y'all. That's my only question mark right now. And that's just because Nettie is such a central part of the story, even though she's not in it the entire time,
Mm-hmm.
per se. She's
Yeah,
still
I had to agree with you on that because I'm just thinking of Sierra, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe they transformed her look and everything about her.
yeah, so I'm just because I think of Ciara and I think high fashion and just
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to think of her as Nettie, but I can't picture it just yet. I can
Mm-hmm.
actually picture Hallie as a young Nettie because after I seen some of it, I was like, oh, okay, I can see that, I can see that. So I'm trying to envision her. So I guess we'll see though. I'm
Yeah.
not knocking nothing until I actually see it, but
But
Mm-hmm.
older Nettie was in Africa, so she had all the African garb and the
Mm-hmm.
the hair and
They're gonna
the
have
things in her
Celia
hair.
But
Boston
So
on
she
that
that
wasn't
was,
one
light
probably.
skinned. She
but
wasn't light
I
skinned.
mean,
Why didn't get
Yeah,
a chocolate sister?
I
thank
think they
you.
were trying to copy because Hallie is her and Ciara are very similar complexion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
they're
yeah,
I think
gonna
they were
match
trying to
it like
copy
that.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
and that made sense. So was y'all rooting for her to just cut him right here? Because I was like, can
yes,
you please just slit his
Yes,
Yes.
throat?
slice it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
Cut him, girl. Cut
yes.
Yeah,
him.
like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
know
later
what.
on, when it was Whoopi playing her, I wanted Whoopi to slice his throat. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
was
yeah,
going to.
She was about to have should then run up and get her.
yeah,
Yeah, fixing
yeah.
the shave mixer.
See, right here, she was
Mm-hmm.
just
A
too
nice
scared.
looking
She
little
wouldn't have done
dog.
nothing right here. But later on,
Mm-hmm.
she
Yeah.
got more courage
Yeah,
later
she
on.
was broken then.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
cut me, I
She was
kill
getting
you.
strong reading those letters.
Hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she was getting strong too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Harpo, y'all was it? No, this
She
not
was
Harpo.
bad.
This is who kid was
That's
this?
Harpo.
That's
Was
Harpo
that
as a
That's
little
how
That's
boy.
when he was
Harpo.
little.
Yeah.
Harpo? Okay.
Uh huh.
I
Uh-huh.
was like, wasn't that Harpo when
Yeah.
he was sitting up there? What did he say? He said something right here, and I cannot think of what it was for the life of me. But he said something that was funny, and I was like, "This Harpo is just bad. Like he
Yeah.
just need a
But she
button."
He's a
said them
bad
kids was
child.
rotten. She said it. You know, she said
Mm-hmm.
y'all were rotten.
Old Sugar Avery.
Oh, Suge Avery,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. So we have a time jump, and
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down the time jumps on here because I wanted to point out some things, but I can't remember where I wrote them at, y'all. So we're not gonna worry about it. But because I felt like they were significant, but I'm clearly I'm unorganized at this point because I don't know where I wrote them at. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a few time jumps in this. So we first get our
Yeah.
first time jump where we got the older Celie now, and this is Whoopi Goldberg. And let me just say this: Whoopi did her thing in this movie. She played the hell out of this
Mm-hmm.
role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
she really, really did her thing. I'm gonna go to the chat real
I
quick,
love
y'all.
Whoopi.
Yeah, she giving me jumping jack flash right here though, with that piece, that hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey Shannon. Hey Tina. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh Lord. Oh, Big Harpo. I wonder, did he ever play in anything else? I need to look that up
Yeah, he
because
was
I
in
am.
I've seen
RoboCop
him in some stuff later on, like
He was
Law
in
and Order and
RoboCop
other stuff.
too. He played Mayor Kusi.
Yeah, I probably would
He
have
was in
never
a
paid
couple of
attention to it.
Probably
movies.
saw him and paid, didn't realize who he was.
Exactly. Now, y'all. So at this point, Celie has pretty much grown up. She's been there for several years now, lots of years. She was
Mm-hmm.
15, I think, when she got there, maybe 15-ish, 14, 15, somewhere around there. And now she's older and she knows
Mm-hmm.
Mr. like the back of her
Mm-hmm.
hand.
Yes,
And
sir.
so crazy how conditioned she is to just know everything. But most importantly, we see that she's so used to him. She doesn't even, none of this stuff bothers her anymore. The way he
No.
talks
Mm-mm.
to her,
Yeah.
No.
it's all just normal. And it doesn't, remember when she was younger, you could see the hurt in her.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
in her older self, was it just me, or did you just really not see that hurt anymore like you used to see it? You just saw, I'm conditioned, it is what it is.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
trying to survive, trying to
She was
live.
trying to
That's
survive
it.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you saw her
Just
as
trying to
like,
live to
well,
see
this is
another
my
day.
life. I gotta do
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
But she was
So
still kind of shy, you know.
yeah, she
But
was
she
definitely
was
shy.
quiet, and she
Mm-hmm.
did what he said, or she gave him what he needed, and he didn't even know he needed it. He already
Right.
had it for him.
Yep.
Things when he was coming
Mm-hmm.
back, I'm like, Mister,
Mm-hmm.
like, if it wasn't for Celie, like your whole life would just be trash.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Like,
just ransacking the house looking for everything. He was pissing me off. She gonna have to clean that up later.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Now he got to see Suge, y'all. So clearly, we've all read the book, and I know it's been a long time for some of us because I can't remember a lot of stuff. But the one thing I do remember is that we go through a lot of time shifts, like a lot of time jumps in the book as well. But Mr. and Suge have had a full blown relationship. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Celie is just kind of here. Even the dad at some point mentions, like, I think at the dinner, that they ain't on dinner table, y'all. That dinner scene brought out a lot, but even he mentions it that that she was a better woman, like, because most people wouldn't allow the, what he say, the hoe, the
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's when he
yeah.
came
Yeah.
to the house and was going on off on him right after she,
oh
they
yeah,
went and got her,
water.
and
Not
she,
Yeah.
him.
yeah, brought him the water.
Mm-hmm.
Woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's
what
like,
he
So
said.
you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about this right here. Sophia that came. Sophia is pregnant, y'all, and
Mm-hmm.
let the daddy tell it how he even know it's his baby. But Harpo, isn't it funny that Harpo is the one that seems more, I don't want to call,
Impact.
yes, I didn't want to say it, but
He
doesn't it seem like,
is.
Yeah.
and it's so funny because, like, you're seeing Celie in this role that she has as an abused woman, but you're also seeing Harpo, who is just completely, like, I'm like, Harpo, come on now, bro, get a little backbone or something. But he also is tied with his father as well. Sophia tells him, like, look, when you become a man or whatever, come see us. And his daddy
Mm-hmm.
tells him what he tell him? Don't move, like, at all. What do y'all think
Mm-hmm.
about the dynamics of Sophia and Harpo?
That part always
Sophia's
made me
strong
laugh.
minded.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yes,
strong minded.
she is
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
strong. She came from
Yeah.
strong women. They
Yeah.
not let no
Mm-hmm.
man dominate them, and
Mm-hmm.
And
and
her family has her back, like her
the
sisters and
family has her
brothers.
Yeah.
back.
Like they
Yeah.
were very good people, and
Yeah.
even though her dad had kicked her out, her family was still good to her. Her
Right.
sisters, because they could
Yeah.
live with her for as long as they
Right, because
wanted
he
to.
tried to play her like, not only
Yeah.
was
Mm-hmm.
he saying, "Oh, we don't even know if this is his baby," but it was kind of like, "Oh, you're not gonna come here and live with us, and we're not gonna take care." She's like, "I'm good where I'm at." Like
Yeah.
my
I live
sister
with
say,
my
I can
sister.
stay as long as I want. Don't
Yeah,
get it
she didn't
twisted.
need Harpo because
Right.
she didn't need
Mm-hmm.
Harpo. She wanted
Mm-hmm.
Harpo.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
she didn't
Mm-hmm.
need him. She wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
He was real rude
Exactly.
to her, and she was giving it all
Yeah.
back
Mm-hmm.
to him.
Yep. She said,
I
at least
like that
somebody
about her.
around here got some manners when Silly gave her the drink. And then
Mm-hmm.
she's like, let me know when you're ready, Harpo. Then she's like, Harpo. And the next time you look there at the wedding.
I
We at the
do.
wedding. You may salute your bride.
Uh,
But his daddy
So
treated him so bad. He didn't know
yes.
how to act.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
Mister done fell asleep at the doggone.
Right.
He
I'm
probably
like,
was
come on
drunk.
now.
He didn't like Sophia. He didn't want
At
He didn't
nothing
know
to
how
all.
to
do with
embrace his son either. Look at it.
No, he didn't.
Hmm. He has no clue, but it's so interesting that he tries to love Suge, but yet he can't love these kids. He can't love
Mm-hmm.
anybody that he's supposed to have a connection with, but yet he has this deep thing for Suge. I always found that
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Yeah, so this is probably one of my favorite parts when the little boy comes in and
Yeah.
says, when
It's
the
gonna rain on your head.
It's so freaking cute. I don't know what it is. These big old pants that he got on, and
Yes.
he
Hand me
kind of looks a
down.
little bow-legged a little bit when he's standing up there, and I'm just like, and then he just said,
Mhm.
"It's gonna rain on your head."
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the cutest parts.
Uh-huh.
But we know that someone told Sophia or someone told Harpo that he should beat Sophia. That's how he gets her in line. Talk to me about that, Moochie. What did you think about the concept that it was Celie who told Harpo this? I mean, we know the daddy told him, but we expect that from him. We don't expect that from
I didn't.
Celie.
I was like, what? Why is she saying that to him? Like, you don't think your life, you know your life, how bad your life is with what he does. Why would you tell him to do that to somebody else?
I
Yeah.
think she start
Yeah,
to think that it was normal, that that's
yeah,
how it
Yeah.
was
I was gonna
supposed
say
to
the
I
same
go.
could say
thing.
that too,
That's
because
all
then
she
you got to
know.
look at where she
Yeah.
came from too with her dad.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's how
Mhm.
you get them in line. You beat them.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's all
she
she
didn't
know.
realize Sophia was a strong woman. You don't,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's why the
she didn't need to
doggone
be
yeah
beat.
the
You just talk to her like you're supposed to, and
mm-hmm.
y'all would have been fine. But he
Mm.
chose to
It
get,
was the mule.
Yeah,
It was that
and
old
I think,
mule.
and it's
yeah,
some funny
he,
scenes too. He said, "No, it was the mute." He said, "Nah, that looked like a fist to me. I don't look like no mute."
No, no, that old mule.
yeah, he thought that's
But
what he
yeah,
was
this
supposed to
Having
do.
some good fights.
okay.
Mm,
This
yeah.
was
To her, that was normal.
Mhm.
She probably saw her stepfather, but she didn't know
Yeah.
her stepfather at the time, punching and beating on her own mother too. So it's probably
Mm-hmm.
been something
Mm-hmm.
she's known all her life.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
probably never
yeah.
seen a man treat a woman in any kind of way.
Mhm.
So
Exactly. At
mhm.
some point, Sophia is like, I can't take this anymore and I'm leaving. And this is where these two kind of, split
Mhm.
parts, and Celie saying her goodbye. And okay, Inga, talk to me about this mailbox thing. Throughout this movie, there's the mailbox thing. No one can touch the mailbox. Was this mailbox really fixed or what?
I don't think so. It didn't never look like it was fixed. It just he just wanted to put the fear in her that she would, if she go out there and touch it, that something could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was fixed. It didn't ever look like it.
Mm-mm.
We didn't see anything look like it was
Uh-uh.
he jimmied it or did something to it or whatever. But I think he just wanted to scare her,
Yeah.
you
Because
know.
how he was gonna get the mail? How the mail was
He
gonna
knew,
get put in
but
it?
he knew he was getting those. He wanted the letters from Suge, but he
Mhm.
also wanted to get all those letters that was coming from Nettie,
Nettie.
and he wanted
Right.
her
Wanted to block her from being able to even have that.
yeah, yeah. He didn't want
Mm-hmm.
her to have access to nothing. Just cook and clean and take care of these kids. You don't need to be
Yep.
doing anything
Hmm.
that you don't need to know my business, what's going on, you
And
know.
lay on her back every now and again when he
Mhm.
needs to,
That's that
just
tax time meme right there. Anything come for me?
Any man,
okay.
me.
Oh,
And right
that's it.
then he reminded her, those kids I was talking about, y'all, when they was out there on the porch and they was doing the thing right before Suge. I'm like, who kids is these?
And
But
it could be
They could
neighborhood
be
kids or
Sophia's
anybody.
kids too,
Mm-hmm.
though.
Could be Sophia. Can
It,
remember that she said Harpo they would fight each other and then have babies, and then
yeah,
Harpo
Mm-hmm.
babies, yeah.
fight each other and then have babies. So it could be their kids too. Yeah,
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 I
that's
don't
how
know.
but
I figure it's the grandkids.
that's why I was like, maybe it's some grandkids. And then we have to remember, and this is the conclusion I came with. There was the daughters. They probably popping out babies too,
Yeah,
because
we just didn't see. They
Yeah.
didn't get deep into
just
all of
didn't
the.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so maybe they're their kids, because in this scene, the kids are standing right there in the house. Because at first I was like, maybe these the neighbors' kids, but I was like, why the neighbors' kids here at this? Then I was like, oh, but he had all them girls. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
he had a bunch of
Mhm.
children. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those could be
these are the
grandchildren.
grandkids.
They could be
Yeah.
Right.
grandchildren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they never really emphasized on it, but you always saw them in the background in different times.
And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, every time I was like, dang, and these kids are always young. So I'm like, and we done had several time jumps, but yet we got all these
So they
young
probably
kids.
grandchildren. Then they probably
Yeah,
grandchildren. Yeah.
more than
Mm.
likely. All right, y'all. Okay, Candy, I'm about to let you have this one right here because we're about to see Miss Suge Avery enters the building, and Celie, of course, she's like, look, she done heard so much about Suge. She knows that she's the other woman. I mean, she clearly knows this
Mm-hmm.
so much that she doesn't want to look a certain way when she gets there. She tries to go fix herself up. What you think about this scene and the infamous line that nobody said this one either, but what did you think about this?
Well, the way she, but okay, so she was in love with Suge, as well, but the way she ran around trying to get right and look presentable for this lady, she forgot to wipe the mud off or whatever them kids put on her face. And when she first saw Suge, you surely is ugly.
Because she hadn't even seen her yet at this point. This is her first time.
This is her first time seeing
Yeah, that was
her.
her first time seeing her, and she wanted to look presentable, but
she wanted to look presentable.
She forgot to wipe that makake off her face or whatever that was.
No, that was mud.
Mud, I think.
Yeah, so she
was
really ugly when she saw her.
Yeah, and then she said, "When she," I'm sorry, that scene always tripped me out. You surely is ugly.
And then she's sick. She's sick.
Yeah, she was sick or drunk or something. Yeah. I don't know what she was.
Yeah,
something was sick, but I think she was drunk.
Yeah, something was definitely wrong with her. But I thought maybe she just, too much alcohol. I didn't know.
That's what I think. They said she had the nasty woman's disease.
Yeah, because I remember him saying that
she was coughing and carrying on, and and still smoking the cigarettes.
But, chain smoking like it wasn't nothing. So, Tamika, we see that Mr. has a softer side. And at this point, we honestly, Mr. still kind of talking a little rough to Celie, but we see that he has this much softer side. Kind of talk to me about what you thought about seeing this side of Mr.
Yeah, it was interesting because, you got her talking to him any old kind of way and him kind of trying to butter her up, and he's saying he going to make her favorite meal the way she wanted. This part always cracks me up when he be getting the stove ain't hot enough. But, and then when Celie hears her call him Albert, and she's like, Albert? She never knew in all these years because she's just used to him being Mr. But she's like, and I know somebody mentioned it earlier, the fact that she's like, I don't want no damn boy. I want a man, and you can't do nothing for me. He burned up the food. Celie was out of there. He about to blow the whole kitchen up when they showed that rocking chair empty.
Because she picked up the kerosene.
That's what it was like, let me watch this. Yeah. Man, she was out of there. But
food was
yes. And he talking about, I made the eggs just like you like it. I said, she is not like no damn eggs like that, child.
I couldn't get the
screenshot. I was trying to get out of the breakfast.
I know that's the part I was trying to get when it was on fire and everything was burnt. I was like, oh my goodness.
Y'all, when she went in there and she started cooking, she was throwing down.
She threw down. All right, Celie, come cook for me.
Eggs sunny side up.
And
biscuits. It looked like it got cheese in them grits.
And a big old thing of fried ham.
That's them yellow grits.
That's an old country breakfast.
Yes, absolutely.
You like that.
I'm trying to figure out how the heck Suge ate all them biscuits.
Right. That's like
and throw the tray out because I was like, okay, she didn't eat all this. She took everything off the thing and then just kept with the tray out. That's
she saved it for later.
But I like how she threw that food at I like how she threw that food at Mr. Too.
Look at her by the wall.
I want to see what color she gonna paint the wall.
Right.
I want to sit back
another interesting thing, y'all. Okay, that's another interesting thing, y'all, is that we saw the way that Suge talked to him, whether she was drunk or not. Suge talked to him how she wanted to talk to him, whatever she thought. We even see this later when Suge is clearly not drunk,
right?
And he accepted it. He accepted it. He never said anything back. He was always just trying to please her. And that's what let me know that he was just a trifling Negro.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Most definitely, yeah.
Because he had the capacity to care if he wanted to. Yeah. And he could have showed Celie something different, but he didn't want to, So then we're gonna move on to the tub scene, Moochie, and we see that Celie is, bathing her and showing her this compassion. What did you think about this entire scene?
Oh, mute.
Oh, you on mute. Sorry. You on mute.
This nurturing thing right here changed their whole relationship. It changed their whole relationship where they became friends and a little more, y'all.
Yeah.
According to the
Okay, yeah,
book, okay?
we're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that
it's true.
for sure.
Because Shook was still trying to give her a little attitude and be a little funny with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But once they started connecting about they both had kids, and then
Mm-hmm.
when she came home and started combing her hair, and she said,
And all that
and they
humming.
start doing their little humming.
Man, so let me tell you. Okay, no, we're gonna stop. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, so Suge is in denial, in my opinion. At some point, she's in a lot of denial about her dad, and she really loves her dad, and she's really in a lot of pain. She's in denial and pain. She's going through what I guess what you would call the grieving process in a way.
Absolutely.
And Tamika, this is your area. This is your area right here. Talk to me about because I feel like it was just so much deeper. Sometimes we just look at this and we see one thing, but it feels like there was a lot more going on with Suge at this time.
Yeah, I think it was like about her kids, because the first thing she asked her was, "Do you got kids?" I got kids. She talked about how important it is to have a father in the kid's life, and then she said, "My mother and daddy got my kids," and she was like, "Your daddy love you," and of course that kind of hit silly, because we know the relationship she had with the man she think was her father. She didn't answer her. She just looked. And then Sugar's like, "My daddy loved me," but we see later that their relationship is complicated. And, obviously he's cut her off because he looks at her whatever way, like, "Oh, you worldly, you out here doing whatever."
But
So,
he did love her.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all. So daddy.
This
Boy, I
part
tell
cracks
you.
me up.
What's funny is that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Whoever his wife is, I am sure he is giving her HE double hockey sticks for real. But we were introduced to the father, and of course the father, he's a whole character, and he talks mess about Suge. At this point, Celie has grown a connection with Suge, and she cares about her in a sense, and she gives him a drink of water. What'd you think about that water, Inga?
I mean, he deserved it. He deserved a good old, in the water. He deserved that, because he was just talking mess, and he was just. And the reason why this is the way he is because of the father. So.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
okay, Kendall. That's exactly what she said. Your pa love you, my pa love me. He just don't know it yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to go to acting school right quick.
Yeah, he was. The father was something else. He was something else.
Yeah. Even though I think that's nasty, but then she said she was gonna give him a little sugar.
I was just ready to say that. That's the one I like. Next time I give him sugar.
Yeah. I ain't feel bad for him.
And she looked at it like, "Oh, he drunk it all."
He had little man syndrome, though.
Yes.
Like, them little men are mean and ugly to everybody. He was like little man syndrome.
That same actor was mean and nasty in the Soldier Story too.
Yeah. Yes, another one of my favorites.
Yeah. He sure was. You're right. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So we got another time jump. So we've jumped to the summer of 1922, and Harpo is building the juke joint. You know what I'm saying? And this juke joint is where it was popping. Y'all know it went down at the juke joint, and this is where we got one of our chances to see who would grow into one of our favorite actors. At least for me, he definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So we get to see him in this. This movie is always nostalgic, because I always like to try to see if I can see anybody that we know now as something bigger. So Harpo's building the juke joint. Suge Avery, of course, is going to be the headliner. And then one of my favorite parts of the doggone movie. This is one of my favorite parts, y'all.
It looked like a good old time in that juke joint.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That looked like a real good time.
Listen, if I could go to a juke,
I would be right there.
I'll be at the juke joint. Inga, me and you both be at the juke joint.
I'll be in there too.
Yes.
I will be there too.
Yep.
Mhm.
So what y'all think about this whole scene? Was this not all the singing parts for me are like some of my most favorite parts, to be honest. But when she breaks down and she acknowledges her. She's like, look, this song is from Miss Seeley. She
Mm-hmm.
owned my hair and all this stuff when she was sick. And then she sung the infamous song. You about to hit us with them bars, Moochie? Go ahead and hit us with them bars.
Yes,
Yes. I love that part because everybody, look down on her and stuff. And that part when she says that to her, then they all start looking, and moving
it
out.
looked like Albert brought his maid.
Yeah.
They was talking about her hat. All
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see if she was something that when I saw her, I pictured her, this lady, I can't think of what her name is, but I could never really get a good glimpse of her to see if she was someone else that played in something, because her voice is familiar, but I don't know. But yeah, so that was one of my favorite scenes when she did the sister song. I thought that was great. But another classic line came out of this scene as well. Several, actually. We're going to get Sophia comes back and she comes in with Buster. Was this Buster, y'all? Was he around this time, or is this too far back? I don't know.
What,
Was
the
he a
fighter?
boxer? I don't know.
Buster
Who
Douglas?
was? I don't
Nah,
know.
that wasn't him.
Who was supposed to be?
Oh,
like,
yeah. I mean, that's just.
But he was a fighter, though, right?
yeah, he was a
I think
fighter.
he was.
I think
He
he might have
was.
been named Buster, maybe.
And I was like, do they name all the fighters Buster Girl? I don't know my.
Probably not,
I don't know. I was like, who is this supposed to be?
But she got something totally different from Hoppo.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did.
Got her
y'all.
tall, dark skinned dude, muscles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
don't
was
fight
looking-
with my woman.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
And when Harpo came over there and said that he wanted to dance with he didn't say nothing. He just sitting there drinking with
Right.
Mr.
You drinking
and
that
calling it a
moonshine?
day.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about right there, y'all. That's trust. For
Mhm.
all
We all
y'all
get
fellas
along.
out there, that is trust right there. There's a
Mhm.
real trust in that.
Mhm.
So then we get Squeak, y'all. Old Squeak. Oh, she come up. Now, why she do it, y'all? Why she do it, Candy? What she
I
do?
don't even know what she was thinking about.
He was
Go
a
ahead,
big old
Candy,
heifer.
Okay. It wasn't the fighter Buster Douglas. It's James Tillis. Because I know Buster Douglas ain't look like that. He was much
Yeah,
bigger.
no, Buster Douglas. That
Yeah,
wasn't.
no.
Oh, no. I'm sure he way later. I'm just,
No,
I
but they
don't know.
did name a lot of boxers named Buster.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
that was So
I just thought it was interesting that was his name and that he mentions when he
Mhm.
says the
Boxing.
fighting thing. But yeah, Candy, go ahead and break that scene down for us when Squeak come up there and she doing the most.
Now I kind of vaguely remember, even though I just watched it the other day. Did she try to? Oh, she didn't want them to dance.
Mhm.
Help me
He
out.
say, Hoppo, who this woman?
Who this woman? That's right.
Yeah.
Who this
Who
woman?
this woman?
Mhm.
She a big old heifer.
Mhm.
Big old heifer.
It was on and
I
popping after
go back
that.
Yeah.
I ain't used heifer
Yeah.
so long. I'm bring that word back. I'm going out telling that a big old heifer.
Yeah, that's my favorite word, heifer.
I ain't used that in a minute. I'm gonna bring it back.
I know she ever. I said, what?
Yeah, I told you about her before that, Sophie. She better get your hands off my.
But Candy, what will make her slap her in her face?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was she doing that for? No one told her to do it, and Sophia didn't do
right.
that to her.
And she had already said it was fine with her. I said
it's fine with me.
Look how everybody cleared out of there when
right. Everybody said, "Oh, hell to the no." So
Everybody
Everybody like, "Oop, got to go."
That part always cracks me
I don't know
up.
what her problem. I don't know why. What made her think she was gonna hit Sophia? But Sophia
was gonna hit back.
Harpo didn't tell her about that eye that he had a couple years ago. That swollen
He tell
eye
her about
he
that
told her
mule.
was a mule. Yeah. Yeah.
He did not tell her about that mule at all. Because if he had told her about that mule, she might have thought twice about trying to hit.
When you see her
Sophia.
ball up her fist like this, just like, it's on. It's on.
Okay.
Get out of her way. Yeah.
And then it
And then she was
escalated.
mixed. Wasn't she mixed?
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was. And I don't know exactly where she was from, but she was definitely mixed. Probably, I would probably give her probably like a Louisiana background because they had a lot of people of
Oh
mixed
yeah, well,
race.
Louisiana, they
Yeah,
got some little
Yeah,
French,
Creole.
Creole, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
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 Because in the book, she was art by her uncle. In
I
the book,
forgot all
yeah,
about that. I'm gonna go back and read that book now.
I have it in Audible, and I'm about to go back and
yeah, her
listen
uncle
to
art
it.
her.
Yeah.
But this is later on when they was trying to help Sophia out. But this later on.
Yeah, that book is so
Mhm.
detailed.
Yes.
My grandma and my great aunts would call someone a heifer with the
Oh
with
yeah,
Mhm.
back.
the
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I use that word every day, just about. That's
I
a
know.
daily word for me. It
I know.
is.
I remember her for
I knew
Commando.
they
She
have to
played in a
put on
couple of
somebody's
things. She
reverb.
played
Yeah,
in
that's Cheech
Beat
and
Street
that's
too, right?
That's
Yeah.
Ray Don
that's the
Chong.
guy
That's
from
Chung,
Cheech and
yeah.
Chong's
Tommy
daughter.
Chong's
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah, Ray Don Chong.
Mhm.
She was
Yeah.
in Beat Street.
Mm-hmm.
You still see it from time to time, like watch a Law and Order episode or something. You might
Yeah,
see it
she'll be.
pop up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Every
yeah,
now and
you'll
then
see
she's
people
still
pop
active.
up.
She's still busy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah. I'm just going through the pictures. It's sitting behind y'all if you can't see them. I'm just trying to I had so many pictures of the thing. I was just screenshotting everything. It was crazy.
it's
I
all
But
was
the
right.
fact that
okay.
somebody
Here we
slid
go,
down in
y'all.
that hole, though, that was too funny. When they
Okay,
went down
y'all.
in
Let
that
me
hole.
Oh, when she went sliding down the hole into the water. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. We got to get to the meat and potatoes because we got to get to the elephant in the room because we all saw the book. We all read the book and we all saw this scene and we were all left to make our assumptions about what the heck was going on. But all I know is that Miss Seeley got her little taste of something. She said, I like honey. What she say? She like honey. I like the
Bees
bees.
like
Some I
honey.
don't know.
Uh-huh.
One of
You
those.
like bees, I like honey.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness, y'all. Let's talk about this scene for a moment because we really, in all seriousness, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get back in mode. In all seriousness. So, in all seriousness, though, she realizes that she talks to her and she's like, do you like she asked her about if she cared about her sleeping with Albert. And Celie, she's like, I don't care about you
I ain't
sleeping with
got to
that
do it.
ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in with him. You be with him. I
Nah.
think she really enjoyed Suge being there because it also took a lot of heat off of her.
Exactly, it did. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Tamika, talk a little bit about this scene about Suge and Celie. The first time we see a change in their relationship, or what we see it.
Yeah, I think she realized that she doesn't enjoy having, sex with Albert. She's like, I do, you don't like it. And, she's like, you make it seem like he going to the bathroom on you, child.
That's
Yeah,
what
doing
it
his
And
is.
business.
but that's how
Doing
it
his
felt to
business.
her. He get on me and he do his business, and I'm ready for him to be done. So she's like, well, if that's the case, you still technically, a virgin. And I guess she want to show her another side of love. Like you still haven't been loved,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have been helping my friend out like that, but I
Well,
get it.
remember the daddy said that she,
Yeah,
she had
yeah.
that nasty
Mhm.
woman's disease and
Mm-hmm.
also kind of stuff. So he insinuated
Mhm.
that she might be bisexual or something like that.
Mhm.
Because she's
On our
free.
hand, she has
Yeah.
that nasty
She's free.
woman's
She
disease.
unapologetically Suge Avery and whatever. I don't
Mhm.
care.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She just wasn't
Exactly.
how you say she wasn't submissive like the rest of the women they encountered.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Chief Run. Suge was definitely
Oh
a breath of fresh
yeah.
air for Celie.
Mhm.
I think this is probably one of the first times besides when we saw them in the kitchen with her sister. Besides when she was with her sister, this was one of the first times we saw her smile again. I mean,
Yeah.
she throws in that big smile, and we see like all them teeth when she hit her with that first kiss, y'all. But then Celie
Yes.
went in and kissed her, and I was like, oh, they acted the hell out of that scene, y'all. Like that
Yeah.
shit was crazy. I was like, wait a minute, did that just wait? What? Like you're left to wonder. But if you read the book, Candy, our book expert right now, tell the people, for those who didn't read the book, what actually goes down in there. Keep it PG.
Listen. Uh, they really go into some edibles, and I can't keep it PG. I'm gonna have to say what it is. I mean, they explored each other's body and did what they had to do, and because I got to keep it PG. But
But they did their
well,
thing. Moochie.
I just hate they didn't do it in the movie. Didn't hint on it enough because it's like they took away from their sexual liberation. Like they didn't let them be free, and like women want to feel good too. Just because a man feel good, men can feel good anytime, but the woman want to feel good too.
I might agree with you, but this was 1985. They wasn't letting they wasn't letting them put that on no movie screen. Now you see it
everywhere, every channel you look on,
just in your face, whether you want to see it or not, don't want to see it. But back then, it wasn't happening. That was
unacceptable.
Unacceptable back then.
They pushed the envelope with the kids.
They did get backlash about this. They did get backlash about this. People was complaining. I remember back in the 80s, and people didn't like
this. They got backlash about the whole book, though. The whole thing was in the movie. They didn't like nothing about it.
Well, what I remember from the book, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, was that they had a full-on relationship in the book. Like it goes into details about their relationship, and Suge actually does Celie wrong in the book. Remember, she leaves her and runs off to sing or something like that. I mean, it got
she has a boyfriend too.
Yeah, it was
she came back with the boyfriend, but when she left, it was like she wanted to go with her, but she couldn't.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was interesting though. Like if you have not read this book, do yourself a favor and go read the book. I guarantee you.
Oh no, we starting a book club. We going back and everybody gonna read it now.
Yes, listen, I love talking about books. Like Candy, I love to talk about some doggone books. I've been trying to inch my way into it because I love reading books. But yes, y'all go read the book and really hone in on their relationship because it shows a different side of they really had a real relationship.
Yeah.
And this is after she has left Mr. because she's not with Mr. anymore in the book when they have this real relationship. So
so the movie actually the timeline wasn't right then.
Yeah, it's so different. Yeah,
I think the men were gone when they slept together in the book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was working in the fields and stuff like that, and they would have that little girl time.
Yeah. In
I like
that.
That girl time.
I'm trying to be PG.
I know. I got it.
I like girl time.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's a little girl time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that girl time. So that was a really interesting scene. And then we learned about Suge Avery and her father. Of course, we learned that they have a not so great relationship at this point. We learned that the daddy, and then we have to think about the time that they're in. You know, the time that they're in. She is a worldly. What they say, she a worldly woman.
Worldly woman.
Yes. Yeah.
So you know, it is what it is.
And that's probably why the father had issues with her too, you know, and then singing you know, secular music.
Right.
Because that was a big deal back then.
Absolutely.
Real big deal, yeah.
Yeah, you see that in a lot of movies about the secular about the secular music and stuff like that. I can't think of Mahalia, if you saw the Mahalia Jackson.
Yes.
That was the
Little
big thing. Yes, such a big thing. So we're gonna move forward to where Celie wants to go. Suge is like, look, I gotta go. I gotta go do something different now. I'm out. I can't stay here any longer. And Celie wants to go with her, but she just can't when it's all done. Do y'all think that Albert ever had a clue about? Because at this point they're both in love with Suge.
I don't think he really ever paid her no daggone attention.
No, I agree with
he didn't pay no attention like that to know.
He was only caring about him being with Suge.
Right. He didn't pay that any attention.
I don't even think he noticed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she fell out on that ground, I about fell out.
Yes.
I
Me
said,
too.
Yes.
Mhm.
And he looked pissed. He said,
Yes.
I'm
I gotta
stuck
take
with
her
this.
home and she done
I'm
passed
stuck
out.
up with this lady.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to be bothered with her.
Oh, that is too funny. Yes.
okay, that was crazy. Okay, yeah, so we got to move
Oh,
forward into Sophia. So Sophia, she's found this great guy, this man that she like, they seem to be compatible. And Miss Millie. Now, Miss Millie says that,
I can't stand this part.
Me
neither
too.
could
I
I.
wanted to
I
jump
was
through my
mad at this
TV
part.
when I rewatched it and just strangle her myself.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly, exactly. So who wants to talk about this scene? Whoever want to talk about it, go for it. I hated this scene.
She was a Karen, that lady, you know.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Because she didn't. Well, she saw how clean her kids were, and she saw that they had a vehicle. Because I think what
Mhm.
Buster was Buster driving the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They
I
Mhm.
think
was
she was like
filling up the
maybe
car.
jealous.
They was at at the gas
Mhm.
station, I think. They was
She
getting
And then the
gas.
yeah, she
fact that
saw
she
them.
kept saying, I just love the coloreds and
Mhm.
I look
Mm-hmm.
out for the coloreds and I wanted to say, lady, if you
Yeah.
want to shut the hell up, I just
Do you want to come clean for me? Want to be my
be
maid?
made.
Mhm.
Like
I
oh, and
said,
she
Like,
said,
Hell
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 no.
she said,
no.
hell no, I don't want to be
Say that again.
made. She said,
I
what you
Mhm.
said,
say? Hell
hell
no.
no.
Mm-mm.
And everybody saw it coming.
Yeah.
Swain was
Did she
over there
smack
like,
her
oh,
first?
No,
Her
no.
husband hit her once
The
she
the
said
mayor
that.
came in here.
And she
mayor,
hit
the
the
mayor,
mayor.
Yeah,
tried.
and
Hit him with the butt of his gun
I
and
forget what
knocked her
Lawrence
out.
Fishburne
No,
character
did
name
he hit her?
was.
Did somebody hit her first for her to hit somebody back?
Yeah,
The
He
mayor.
didn't hit her with the
That's
gun.
Did
mayor,
they
Yeah, he
yeah,
start
hit her with
pulling
the
on
gun
her or
mayor
afterwards.
something?
slapped her.
yeah.
And
Okay.
that was the sheriff that did that.
And they start
Yeah.
surrounding her, but he saw it coming. He was like, "No, Sophia."
Yeah, but the car
Oh
went
yeah, they
by.
said no, Miss Sophia. They knew it was
Mm-hmm.
coming. They knew it
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
happening.
Oh no, Miss Sophia, no. Get my children. Get my children out of
Get my
Mhm.
here.
children out
Get
of
my
here.
children out of here. Because she
Mhm.
knew it was about to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. She knew it was
Yeah.
that's a
about to go
fact.
down.
Said that yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
This
She
Mm-hmm.
was
could.
one of the saddest, like this was so sad because we saw this incredibly strong-willed woman and we saw them try to break her down because that's what,
Mhm.
they do. They try to break you down and that's literally what they tried to do with her as we progress on and we see her when she's
Mhm.
she goes to jail and then they eventually make her do the very thing that she
She
didn't want
right.
to do.
She still ended up there. She lost 8 years with her kids, and then
Yeah.
Eight
still ended
years.
up there.
Yep.
And then there's going to be a part where Celie actually sees her in the store and
Mhm.
she helps
Mm-hmm.
her. And that was a moment where we see
On top of
her
that.
just sad. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just very
Mhm.
sad and she's broken.
Yes.
And it was just a horrible this
Yeah.
part right here was that part where you just like, dang, can we just get
Mhm.
through this? Because this was so hard to watch. And then she
Yeah.
tells her, okay, we're gonna go let you see your kids, right?
Yeah. She told she
And
was gonna take her home. She could spend the day there. She's like, "You heard me? I said you could go home," because she was
And you can
so
stay there all
all day.
day.
And
I
you can
was
say
so
I'm gonna pick
mad
you
at
up at
this
5 o'clock.
Yes. I like the part when after she says that, because like you said, Sophia was so down and broken, and she turned around and just said, like, mouth the words "thank you" to Celie, and Celie went like that, like letting her know, keep your head up. So it's like now Celie's the strong one, and she's being there for her, while she's being down. It's like
Mhm.
mm.
exactly. So, what did y'all think about when she gets to go see her kids and Miss Millie and her shenanigans is what I'm gonna call it, her antics.
Miss Millie need to be beat.
I was
Yeah.
mad at
Because
her.
Yeah,
she knew
Miss
she couldn't
Millie was.
drive and you manipulated
Mm-hmm.
that lady, having her see her family, thinking she could see them, spend time with them, but you can't drive.
Right.
So why even go? Why even do that? But you
Mm-hmm.
use your power. That was, your power. I think Sophia said, I'll let my sister take you home. I
No,
don't
she
know
said
her.
first. She said
It's
Buster
some
can take. She said I don't know
yeah,
him, and they said,
yeah,
well, my sister can squeeze in there. I don't
yeah.
know her
I
either.
don't know her either. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I didn't like she used
I
her
agree with
power.
Kendall.
Yeah,
I
she
wanted
used
to
her
hurt Miss
Exactly.
power.
Millie real bad too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
was crazy. And somebody else said so many full circle moments and you're right because we do get so many full circle moments in this and this was an example of that when we saw Celia at the store helping her and the seeing the strength kind of in reverse from when we saw Sophia when she first meets, when her and Celie first have their encounter. So yeah, definitely.
I want to say one thing about Miss Millie. Miss Millie did that screaming and at these men like they gonna rape her, attack her.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing a lot of these Karens do right now.
Exactly.
Some black man doing something to them, and they mind their business. So we ain't got no.
They just trying to help
in that area right there. So.
Yeah, we just saw an example of that, I think, on social media with the bike thing. Y'all saw the whole bike thing where
screaming and hollering and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she was lying.
Yeah, just acting a donkey.
It happened all the time. It happens all the time.
Exactly.
Sadly.
And luckily, in this day and age, we have cell phones and stuff that can try to help tell the story, but then they don't have the stories. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of people that are imprisoned and all types of stuff that didn't do anything, that are innocent. So all because of these stories, we've heard different stories of players and stuff like that back in the day, basketball players. I can't think of the most notable story. I can't think of what it was right now.
Football players, different ones has happened too.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, that's been going on from the beginning of time.
And then like Lucci and Tamika, y'all from New York.
Get caught. And
Tamika, y'all from New York. What about that white woman that was in Central Park screaming?
Oh, at the Bird Watcher?
The Bird Watcher.
Yeah, he got his own show, y'all know.
Now he got his own show.
He got his own show on National Geographic, I think.
Great.
Yeah. But what about the Central Park 5?
But that's a modern day Miss Millie. She did exactly what Miss Millie did.
It's been countless situations like that.
But it happens. Yeah,
it happens all the time.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about this right here. So there's a moment where so y'all remember Suge left, right? So now Suge done came back, but Suge got somebody else with her. She got her man with her. And do you see the faces of both Celie and it's funny and sad at the same time, because don't they look hurt? They both look like
what?
Yes.
They were so
we both got cold.
Okay, and then she kind of hit him, and and then he sniffled, and I thought that was interesting because we're really seeing the fact that she really has learned this man, and they really even though they have this tumultuous relationship and it's crazy and it's ridiculous all at the same time, but look how much she knows him enough to nudge him so he can sniffle too, so that they can both now
they just kind of gotta understand it. It's almost like it's a partnership at this point, so they trying to both play it off. They both like you said, got their separate feelings and separate relationships with her. And it's like, damn, she done came with somebody else now. We ain't looking at each other.
I think we both got cold.
They both were upset. They both were disappointed.
Yeah.
That's because they both probably thought they was finna get some Suge and somebody else was getting
exactly.
Candy, what about when they were running around the bedroom getting on their slippers in their bathroom?
They bumping into each other.
Both woke up with smiles on their faces once they heard she was coming there.
Exactly. Now I found this interesting. At first, Mr. was a little shook, but then he say, "I like Grady." Like he like, you a good dude, and him and Grady are really, really getting along. But
they had me laughing with that part when he said, "I had her my way, you had her your way. Now we gonna talk about which ways we had her," and she sipping her tea, laughing, and listening to them.
Yeah, that didn't bother her at all.
No. It didn't even faze her. She just whatever, y'all crazy, y'all drunk and y'all crazy. But what would happen next was even more interesting, because it goes to show once again that Suge just don't care. She was
she don't.
I got some mail, and I'm about to go get this mail. So she goes to get the mail, and that's when we find out about the letters, and that the letters are coming for forever. How did you feel about that, Moochie, when you saw all of these letters? What was your feeling for Celie?
Look at how he had them hidden with like a trap.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He knew that controlled and gave him more power over her.
And all the money that he had too.
Yep.
He had money.
Yes,
But
he
while
did.
they was busy getting drunk, that gave them the opportunity to go ahead and look through everything. So it worked out good for them. I
Yeah,
mean,
because they
it's
was able to
sad.
find it,
Yeah.
went out to the mailbox, and the
Mm-hmm.
mailbox wasn't booby trapped.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No,
She
it
just had
wasn't.
her so
I
strict
never
not to
thought
go
it was
in
booby
there.
trapped anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Threatened
I
her.
never thought it was either. Because
Yeah.
like Candy mentioned earlier, it wouldn't make sense for it to be booby trapped. Otherwise, the mailman would break the booby every time he
Mm-hmm.
went to go put mail in it.
Exactly.
But
He just said that to threaten her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And she believed him more so because it was a fear. Because
Yes.
in theory, as we're looking at it, we're like, that don't make sense. But to her,
Right.
it did because she don't know
Mm-hmm.
what Mister can do. Mister probably can do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Move.
I
Move,
know.
girl.
So
Move.
it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So we get the letters and we find out that Nettie is in Africa, but even more interestingly, we find out that Nettie has reconnected with her children. Like, how
Yes. Like,
crazy is that?
mm-hmm.
That was amazing to me. Tell me what you
Yes.
thought about. Like, how did you feel finding that out?
It was good. I remember the first time I saw that, you felt like it could be a possibility that some kind of way it was going to circle back, and then to know, like, of all things, he separated them and made her go away, and she ends up there in Africa, and she ends up with her niece and nephew. So it's like at least she can look out for them and be there with them, even though Silly can't. And all this time, she's trying to send her letters and let her know everything that's going on and keep her updated with stuff. And it's all of these years again. Somebody else that misses a bunch of years because Mister want to be an a-hole. And so, just her finally having that peace and knowing that part, it was like, I feel like God was looking out for her. The ancestors was looking out for her. They was like, nah, we still got your kids. They okay, even though they're not with you. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, she did say that, Chief Ron, when Suge saw them those pictures.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
They don't look like me.
Look that like me. Uh-huh.
But yeah, that was a
Yes.
really great moment. And it just goes to show that even though it was horrible what happened, sometimes things happen and we may not know the reasoning why
Mm-hmm.
they're happening, but there may be a reason behind all the madness. And in this particular case, someone was there, her family, her actual blood family, to look after these kids, because then later we're going to find out, well, we'll find that out much later, but there's going to be a point when they're going to lose their mom,
Mm-hmm.
but they still have their aunt there. And I just think that whole full circle thing is just another
Mm-hmm.
example of how that all came to be. So
Yes.
we're gonna notice that these letters, like someone mentioned in the chat, these letters are giving her strength. Like
Yes, absolutely.
she is getting strength, like big time, like to the point where you can see that she's getting fed up,
Yeah.
because I ain't gonna lie, I thought Mister was about to die. I really did.
Yeah, she
I
was
thought
getting
he was.
strength. She was getting strength. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she
Yeah.
grabbed that flower and she
Mhm.
hit that
Yeah.
flower,
Mm-hmm.
it was just
Fixing
that
the
was
shape
so
of
heartfelt.
Hey,
That
she
was
was about
so
to
Oh,
cut his
you
behind. Hey.
heard me when she was
sing it to me.
Mhm.
Is anybody gonna hit Oh my
Don't get me
goodness.
started because me and my sister will make that noise.
My sister too.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
we do it at
y'all.
the football games, basketball games.
Oh
We
my
holler.
goodness.
We call it the jungle call.
Oh my goodness.
all
That's
right.
another call. Okay, y'all. So we talked a little bit about this earlier about how Celie really was about to take Mister out. Like she was like, "Forget this. We are going to. I'm done. I'm tired." And it was going on at the same time. And even though this movie, what year was it? 1985, 80
Mhm.
85.
something.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
way that they transitioned this, the way that they used the camera angle, like the way that they did everything with the camera, where this is happening at the same time that they're
Mhm.
going through the ritual and all of this is happening simultaneously. I
Yeah.
thought this was such a dope scene. Like this was a
Mhm.
really good scene in my opinion. But we
Yeah.
all
Kept you
know she didn't cut him.
captivated.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it did. It
Right.
did. She didn't cut him.
We was wishing that she would have did. Look at her face.
Mhm. She
Yeah.
was sharpening up that bad boy too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What
But think about it. She never I don't think she ever looked that mean, that mad at him. She's never been that
Mhm.
mad before. But just the
Mhm.
fact that she read years and years and years of letters, you kept me from my sister,
Over 20
you kept me
something
from my
years.
kids.
Yeah.
And just because she
Mhm.
read some letters,
Yep.
she wanted to, you know, you could see in her body structure that
Mhm.
she was upset
She
and
was
she had
done. Yeah,
finally
she
found the
was.
Absolutely.
strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to do him in. Yes,
Mhm.
Exactly. Put
yes.
your head back.
Okay,
Okay.
Mhm.
Kendall. Yes, Kendall. Put your
And her
head back.
voice
Okay.
got real deep. Like she was
Yes,
ready for
Yeah.
Mhm.
She
anything,
was
yes.
whatever
ready.
happened.
But
She
it's
was
amazing
Yeah.
ready.
how just reading those letters like
Yeah.
gave her that strength for real.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yes,
Exactly.
ma'am.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Steven
Exactly.
Spielberg. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I put the credits up there somewhere at
And
the
the
beginning.
fact that none of them won awards for this movie is always
That's
blows my
That's
mind.
ridiculous.
crazy to me.
Mhm.
Whoopi
It
Yeah.
really
All of
Goldberg.
is.
the,
That
all
should
of
have
these
won.
good black movies and they never won awards.
Mm-mm.
I just don't understand that.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, what's love got to do with it? Then win nothing.
Mhm.
All I mean,
Mm-mm.
it's just yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that was a
Malcolm
good
X
that was
didn't
that's
win
an amazing
nothing.
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this is it's
whatever.
kind of you know that the game is rigged when it comes to certain
Yeah.
things, but we know
Yes.
that this is a classic and we know how good
Absolutely.
this movie
It's
is.
a
When you can
classic
watch
in our community, that's for sure.
Mhm.
yeah, when you can watch a movie like this, and listen, we set the standard for a lot of things, so
Mhm.
that's really what matters
Absolutely.
at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
when you can watch a movie like this over and over again, and people can have the same reaction, we're sitting here, we have
Mhm.
36 people in here, and that may not seem like a lot to some people, but it's 36 people in here that are engaged in this movie. You know what I'm saying? And this is an older movie. We're talking about 1985,
Mhm.
but you have different generations who
Right.
know about this movie. Everybody
Mhm.
is in different age ranges, but yet they can quote this movie. They can tell you about this
Mhm.
movie. So, in my opinion, they just dropped the ball, but that's what they do. But at the end of the day, I think that it was an amazing piece of work, and I think we all can
Mhm.
agree on that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we finally made it to the dinner scene, y'all, because Celie say,
It's
forget
our
it.
favorite scene.
She about to leave, and we get to the dinner.
Mhm.
Sophia has, she back home. Got the little light skinned little girl over there. I'm thinking that must be Squeak kid, because remember Squeak was pregnant at some point, y'all.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
mhm.
Yeah.
But Sophia home, and
And that's
and then
Whoopi's daughter in real life.
Mhm.
Whose daughter in real
okay,
life?
Whoopi Goldberg
Okay.
I
daughter.
didn't know
Mhm.
that. Fun
Yeah.
fact. Look at her. Look at her. Learning some facts. So, what did y'all think about the? We talked about the dinner scene quite a bit, but I'm gonna let everybody go through and just tell like what your feelings are about the dinner scene because it's such a prominent scene, and I think it resonates with a lot of people. Like this was the part where we were finally able to really cheer for Celie because she finally took control. Tamika, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so much happened in this dinner scene. I know we touched on a couple of the parts of it earlier, but just the part of Silly asking him, did any more letters come in? He like, could be not, and they going back and forth. She's saying she gonna leave. Then, like I said earlier, with Mary Agnes saying that's not her name and she wanna go with Suge, I was like, who really care about you? So when the father's like, who give a damn? I'm like, yeah, why we care that you going? Like, but it was funny because everybody was having their parts. And then of course, Sophia tells the father, like, shut up, you old fool. Sophia's
I
home
know.
now. Things gonna change
Exactly.
around here. you
Exactly.
know? And even it's like so many parts where she's like sat in that jail cell about to rock, and Miss Silly, she helped me. So it was a lot happening. But yeah, I was so glad that Silly stood up for herself and she's like, nah, I'm up out of here. That's it. Like, you took enough from me. You ain't taking no more. We done. And he was still trying to tear her down and still trying to put fear, but that wasn't working no more. Like, time's up, mister.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Nita, that was one of my favorite parts right there. Did I ever ask you for anything? Did I
Mm-hmm.
ever ask you for anything? Now you little
Right.
sorry ass handed man, boy. That shit
Exactly.
off the
Nothing
chain.
dealt with
She,
you,
she
your
said
rotten ass
everything. She
kids.
said you were rotten as
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said y'all were rotten. Yes.
exactly. Moochie,
Yeah.
what are your overall feelings about this iconic dinner scene?
This was the best. Like even if let's say if you scroll, if you like channel surfing and that comes on, you're gonna stay and watch the dinner scene.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree wholeheartedly. Inga?
I agree with what everybody's saying. I mean, this everything in this scene. You know, in movies we love dinner scenes anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody can get together and have something to say, and here it was much needed. She was tired of this man at this point. She was about to ready to stab him and kill him right there. You know, in front of everybody. But like what Sophia said, it's not worth it. You see what I'm doing? Not worth it, you know.
Don't trade places with
Exactly. Candy, I'm gonna unhide you. My bad. I had the chat thing on you. Okay, what do you think, Candy? What are your thoughts?
This was a very turning point in the movie where remember Sophia was always boisterous and she always spoke her mind and said what she wanted to say. Nobody was going to tell her no or otherwise. But now that she's went to jail and it did something to her, and then she had to work for Miss Millie, and she doesn't know her family, and she's just sitting there sad, and it just that I love the scene. I can, repeat it word for word, but just looking at that picture, I never paused and looked at it, but I really want to cry right now because it's sad of how she looks and she's not looking at anybody. She's looking down, and it's just a very heartfelt moment.
She came to life though. You
she did.
She said, "I'm home."
Yes, absolutely.
Around here, she came to life. Yeah,
exactly. I was laughing at Nita, y'all. Look what she talking about. He would have been.
Yeah, child. She got poisoned him a bunch of times already.
Oh yeah, she should have put some Red Bulls or something a long time ago. Yeah,
that's a fact.
I think in this scene right here for me, I thought the dinner scene was probably one of the most iconic scenes of this movie. There's so many, but I feel like the dinner scene, there's so many different things that we can pick up from this scene. And one of my favorite moments that I talked about earlier was when she's leaving. Well, first of all, I was a little mad at Squeak done squeezed her butt in there, and now and I'm just like, okay,
well, she been with Harpo, so she became Harpo's woman. So
I'm just talking about she done squeezed Miss Seeley out. Like Miss Seeley was supposed to be in the middle, and now she got to get in the trunk because you want to go. But seriously though, I really like that part, and I loved at that thing when he goes to curse her, when he tries to tell her that Suge got spunk, she can sing, and all these
things. What you gonna do? Sweep the caboose?
Yeah, he's steady degrading her over and over again. But as she's leaving, she tells him like everything that you done to me already
done to you.
And until you do right by me, everything you touch is gonna fail. And when she said those words, that was true, and we saw that. We saw everything decline for that character. Like
that was her power.
Absolutely.
His house was falling apart. The chickens was running all over the place. He landed drunk. Everything bad happened.
He going into the juke joint to cry.
I think his whole family left him. Nobody was fooling with him.
Exactly.
Like I may be black, I may be ugly, but I'm here, dear God, I'm here, and your ass is there.
That's right.
I like that she said that. That was the best part of her.
It gave me chills.
And that's in if anybody is wondering, I'm pretty sure we all figured that out. But if you listen to the new music from the soundtrack. The soundtrack, whatever. Fantasia has a song called "I'm Here," and it's one of the most beautiful songs. I absolutely love that song. If you have not seen that song, then you definitely have got to go and listen to that song. It just tells the story so well, and you really hear. And Fantasia is good at empowering, like taking songs and making it. That song is definitely it, y'all. So all right, y'all, so let's move on, and thank y'all for being so patient while we get through the movie, y'all, because y'all know this is a long movie and it's a lot to go over, so I really appreciate y'all. I know I'm pulling a Mo live tonight, y'all.
About to do 2 hours in this thing.
Y'all know that,
but it's worth it.
This is a movie you can't go slow on this one. You have to take your time.
You can't leave out parts. Certain parts have to be talked about.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think we literally talked about every part on that dinner scene, y'all.
I thought
Everybody
the husband was funny too.
Yes, he was. He
Sure,
definitely
I thought it
was.
He
He's like,
said,
I ain't know I was gonna go
it
down
was
like
a
this.
pleasure. Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
He still had his man.
Yeah.
He say, look, he say he gonna
He
keep
like,
it.
we getting up out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the infamous thing right there. Like
ugly.
I thought
Mhm.
that, I don't know if it is or not, but I thought that was a hex, and I thought if you did that to anybody, you was going hex them. Like I believe that. I don't know, but I felt like I was like, man, if you do that to somebody, don't do that to me. Don't look at me like that. So let's see where we get to next. Okay, y'all. So now we are somewhere. Hold on. I think we talked about okay, so that was when she was seeing her sister on the train. We can kind of gloss over that, but
yeah, she was leaving to go to Memphis with them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And she thought she saw her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she saw her.
It was
Yeah,
the
she
little
saw her
girl.
sister.
The little girl.
So then we talked about this. We touched on this a little bit about how everything's falling apart for Mr. at this point. Mr. is he back to where he was. I mean, I'm pretty sure the walls is dirty again.
Everybody left
Or they
him.
gonna get there.
You don't see the grandchildren, nobody around him. Everybody
Right.
And I think he mentions that the house was empty. And if I am not mistaken, I'm almost positive that in this little bit of time, it is maybe a year or less. It's I think it's a year is what it is. So in 1 year, this has all transpired. Like this where he at. And I'm like, dang, it ain't even been, a year's a long time.
He was used to her doing everything. So, you know,
he didn't realize how important she was until she
exactly.
left.
Yeah. And
And
all
then
he
what
did
she
was
really
spend
was
time at the
worth.
juke joint. So
Exactly. And that's where we are at. We're at the juke joint. But what we see at the juke joint is something that I think we all were happy to see. We see another full circle right here. And that's with Harpo and Sophia. And I think at this point, Harpo probably realizing now that he had a good woman and that he can't do what his daddy say.
Yeah,
He let his daddy
absolutely.
mess him up.
you see, he made things right with Sophia.
His daddy
And Mr. even says
advice.
it's good to see you two together.
Yeah.
And she's like, you think you need to go with him? I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, no, he okay. But that was like their little moment.
Exactly. Sophia was she did, but was
she revived her spirit. Yeah.
okay. Because y'all know I took my glasses off.
Yeah, like she was so depressed and she was in a dark place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dinner scene brought her back to life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, y'all. So we are at the funeral. So someone has died, and we all know that it's the daddy. And this is when we find out that her daddy, not my daddy.
Right. It was like probably such a relief to her. I mean, it still was horrible, but it's like he ain't my daddy. Okay. And I got left all this property.
Honey.
Her children were her sisters and brothers.
Yes.
And now we find that out. So things are just starting to look more and more up for Celie.
Right.
Like, things are getting better and better for her at this point, because it had to be horrible thinking that your children were your actual siblings. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Majority of her life, she thought that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How he died on top of me.
Okay, another classic moment. On top of me.
Yeah.
Don't cover the baby ears.
Right.
On top of me.
Oh God.
So there's this part that I was like, so you gonna tell me that the daddy kept this land all this time, knowing goodness doggone well that it belonged to them. It belonged to daddy and Celie.
Yeah.
But that was their birth father's land.
Yeah, he was trash.
Right.
Yeah. And he thought
sold
he was
them off.
That's a lot of land too.
Yes.
What did she say? Cha 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 cha.
Yeah, but people don't realize how valuable land is. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
God ain't
absolutely.
making no more land. So
like
you
my
got
dad
to
say,
Yes.
they, yeah, they
hold
don't make
on
no more
to it.
land. When you get it,
Hmm.
you better
Right.
hold on to it.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then we see that Celie does another thing. She does something
Hmm.
else that she enjoys. She starts making these pants, y'all. And
Hmm.
you see the a different pep in her step at this point.
Yes.
She
Yes.
Mhm.
looks so
Mhm.
much more freer, in my opinion, y'all. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
it
Hmm.
just feels different. All right, y'all. So we got the color purple. We got Suge out there. They out there
Hmm.
talking. They walking through the fields. And
Mhm.
then one of let me hold on before we go there. Because it's you know what? Yeah, this is where I'm going. I'm sorry. So
This
this
is
is probably one of my second, maybe one of my first. I don't know. I got so many favorites. But this is the part where Suge is coming. Suge is, doing her thing and she's singing her infamous sister song, which it still sounded good. It didn't have the same
Mhm.
effect as it did the first time, but it was still good.
But it
And
was
she
so
sings
vibrant. Look how it just looked.
Mhm.
Everybody looked
different.
happier than they
Hmm.
did
Hmm.
early on. You know, the colors, the
Exactly.
colors was
The
so
Hmm.
nice.
colors are very vibrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And they
purple
got the color
flowers was
purple, the
beautiful.
flowers.
Yes,
Hmm.
Yep.
absolutely.
Samara said this her favorite scene, girl. It's one of my
Hmm.
favorite scenes
Yeah,
too.
it's a good
So
scene.
So let's talk about it though, y'all. So we got Suge is about to get touched. She can hear who she probably recognizes that
Mm.
this is her daughter's voice. Like I'm sure she recognizes this.
Yeah.
And she's touched. And talk to me about
Hmm.
this scene, Tamika. What were your feelings? Because I was fuzzy inside when this was going on.
Yeah, this scene always gets me no matter how many times I see it. Like, because she trying to jam out here with them. And then, of course, I guess that's her mother that's like, same God's trying to tell you something. And they start, yeah. And she was still trying to go, sister.
Mhm.
And it's like, no, no. The spirit start taking over. She
They
like, all
kept
right.
hearing what was going on at the juke joint.
Right.
Yep.
They hearing them and then they hearing them at the church.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
motion
I forget what Lawrence Fishburne's character is, but he kind of looks like what you want to do when she
Yep,
touched that guitar. She
Mhm.
like, all right now.
exactly. And then she said,
I always
"For
get
you,
chills with
I
that part.
say yes,
Speak,
yes,
Lord. Speak
speak,
to
Mhm.
me.
Lord,
Yes.
Speak to
speak to
me.
me."
That's right.
Oh, speaking that, but that was like I was like love that
Mhm.
doggone
It's a beautiful
Yes.
song. Beautiful.
You
Mhm.
part.
saved my soul. Yes.
And then and I used to always tell like I was like really trying to explain this to my daughter. I'm like, okay, now look at the daughter when she's do this part right here, and then look at
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
said, look at the
Mm-hmm.
villain in that. I said it's a meaning to all of this.
Hmm.
I was like really analyzing it, and I was like, but she just did
Yeah,
this.
because the way they be doing the back and forth, and she be looking like, wait a minute, who's
Mhm.
singing? I'm
Exactly.
supposed
I
to
know
be
that ain't
singing
my
that
voice,
part.
right?
Yeah.
After a while, homegirl up in the choir, she couldn't hang with
Yeah, she
Suge.
couldn't.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
She can hang
She
with.
couldn't hang with it.
She
Yeah,
can
Mm-mm.
hang with a mama.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
she
So that
like
was
okay.
actually her daughter?
I
That's what
believe
Think
the
so.
so.
assumption is.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't remember from the book, but I'm almost 100% positive that it is because I think that's the parallel that they're trying to make.
Right.
When she initially
Oh, okay,
hears the voice, and
okay.
then you see the way they look, the way they're going from camera to camera.
Mhm.
Look at the way
Mm-hmm.
that they look. They got someone that even embodied her look, and
Mhm.
she knew what was going on. Like she was happy for her when her
Yeah.
father hugs her and says, "See, Daddy, sinners got soul too." And then just
Mhm.
on around.
Hmm.
Yeah, but in the
Yeah.
book, her father wasn't a preacher though.
But in the
Girl, I
book,
can't remember.
Yeah, he wasn't a preacher in the book.
I can't remember.
I
And
think they
I
did
didn't.
that because of how she was a worldly woman.
Yes,
So
yes.
Mhm,
they
that
had to
makes
do
I
sense
don't
that.
though.
remember. I'm gonna read the book though. I'm
I
Mhm.
know
definitely.
because I'm
It's
like I
making
gotta
me
go
want to
back
go
and read
back
the
and read
book.
it too.
Yeah, no, y'all make me want to read it now. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Get the Audible version so you can just sit there
Yeah.
and listen to it because I can't be I can't read the books no like read no more. I gotta
Mhm.
listen to them. But I got that one on Audible, so y'all gotta
Yeah.
grab that one.
mm,
We should do that and then
And then
come
we could
back
do a
and
read
do a book
along. Yeah, we
and
could
do
talk
something
about it.
like that.
mm.
Mhm.
You have to tell me how those read alongs go so we can figure out if how we do that. Okay.
That church was rocking though. That
Yeah, they
everybody,
were.
the whole
They were
Can't
whole
sleep
definitely
at
joint was
rocking.
with the,
night.
they was in there
Mm-hmm.
And you
jamming.
wonder
You know what I'm
why.
saying? So
Y'all think Miss was touched at this point too. Because
Yeah,
this
he
is
was
when
touched.
Yes,
He
he
heard
was.
that music and he
Uh-huh.
went to that mailbox and saw the immigration thing. He needed to do something. He
Yeah,
definitely was touched by that.
that's what I said to
in
me
this
earlier
day.
today. I said the one thing
Mm-hmm.
about Mister, he might have been a monster, but he did at this point. We started to see the change. He started repenting and
Mm-hmm.
trying to change. I was
Yeah.
telling Mika, I said, unlike
Yeah.
we did when Tina Turner passed, we had did What's Love Got to Do with It. I said, unlike but Ike Turner, he never changed
Mm-mm.
Nah.
character.
Yeah.
He never
He
changed and he never really apologized
He
for
never
what he did.
Mm-hmm.
apologized. Yeah,
He
I
tried to
said,
justify it.
but Mister,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Mister didn't apologize in words. He did it in action,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
and that's
Yeah, he did.
that's
yeah,
very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
The
he went and got
action.
that money and got them over here because he knew
Mm-hmm.
he knew that's what he was supposed to do long time ago.
Exactly. A long
So
time ago.
so he
Yeah.
just went in the chicken coop and got his money and
Mm-hmm.
went on down to the what was it? What did he go to? The census,
immigration
Mm-hmm.
office.
immigration
Immigration
office.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he
he
was
tried to
left
write
all
his.
alone. His whole family. Nobody was coming
Mhm.
Yeah.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Everybody
nobody
was
want
on
nothing to do with him.
Silly's side. Nobody was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause he
Shannon,
was.
you can watch it
Mhm.
on Amazon Prime if you have Prime. It's free on Prime right now. Well,
Mhm.
not free, but you know what I'm saying, free with
Oh,
Yeah.
Prime
I watched it
Yeah.
today
It's
on
on
and Max.
HBO
It's on
Max
Mhm.
too.
HBO
HBO
too.
Max.
Yeah, I
It's
watched
on
it earlier
HBO.
I
I
on.
watched
watched
it
Yeah.
it
today
early
on
on
Max while I was
HBO.
working. I
Mm-hmm.
was watching it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
so
got
you
the
can
book
definitely
downstairs on
watch
my
it.
bookshelf, so I haven't been
Yes.
I don't
reading the
even know
way
what
I
happened to
used
that
to.
book.
Yeah,
I
I used
read
to
it
go
back in the
crazy on
Mhm.
books
Yeah, me
before.
too. Like once this came
I
out
don't
with
know what
Facebook
happened.
and all of that,
Mhm.
I didn't stop reading as much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used
I
to read.
found it on some like a library, like a library,
Mhm.
and it gives you like 14 days to read it, but I didn't finish reading it again. I do remember some of it because I was forced to as a child to
Yeah,
my
I read
sister
it.
made me watch it. I mean
Yeah.
read
Yeah.
it because I was so
You
into the
know,
movie.
Mm-hmm.
that's what's up. In the book, though, if I'm channeling this back correctly, I'm trying to bring back some memories of it. I'm almost positive that Mr. and Celie actually have a very cordial relationship in the
Mhm.
book, as it goes. Like they actually talk to each other and stuff
They're
like that.
friends.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're friends in the
Mhm.
book.
Yeah.
And I think that is very important to mention is that even though they had this crazy relationship in the book, they
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
they come back and they find a friendship. So I think it's gonna be great, y'all. If y'all want to, like, I'm down. I already got the book in my
Yeah.
library.
I'm
We should
going to
really
read.
revisit this.
Yes.
Revisit the book version of it at some point if y'all want to. I'm down for it. If
Yeah.
that's what the people want to see,
No, I'm
we can
down
put a
for that
poll
too.
up.
We down.
I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
down.
interested. Yeah.
This is
Okay,
my
yeah. Let
I'm
me
gonna
look
favorite
let
through
y'all
movie
know
this.
when
of
I got the
ours.
book and start reading it. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mm.
Listen, don't have me send you the Audible because I
Oh,
got all
that's
these
what
credits.
somebody just said in the
Yeah.
chat. They was like they have
Mhm.
the Audible,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Dizzle
physical book,
226 said. Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you got the
And it.
Audible, you can just add the Kindle, or if you got the
Yeah.
Kindle, you can add the Audible for like a little bit of yeah, you got to. And hearing the Audible version of it is really dope too. Listening
Mm-hmm.
to because the narrator is a good narrator. Everybody don't have good narration,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
this was a good narrator. All right,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. So we get into the very end of it. So Mr. does what he's supposed to do, y'all, because he
Mm-hmm.
knows that until he does right by her, nothing good is gonna happen to him. So
Right.
Mhm.
he has to do something right. So he goes down to the immigration office. He says, "Hey, look," like he tells them who they are, and he gets them back over here. And then we have the infamous scene, one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
scenes ever,
Yeah.
is
This
the
makes
meat
me
bag
cry.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was bawling.
every time,
Mm-hmm.
every
I was bald.
single time.
That is
I
so
cry.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It is
That is
so
so
And
beautiful.
beautiful.
everybody just
Yes.
standing looking, and then Shug
Mhm.
looks and sees Mister looking from down
Mhm.
yonder.
So y'all can see Ciara looking like that. Look at that. Look at that girl hair. Look at her clothes. We can see Ciara.
Yeah,
I can see them pulling it off
Yeah.
because she reminds me like she could look like a Tashi. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah.
Tashi be
Yeah.
looking like.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, and then I could,
Mhm.
if we're just going from Hallie,
Mm-hmm.
like to her, I could definitely see it. So
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
It's
You
gonna
know,
be fine. Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's
it's
gonna be
gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I don't think you gonna miss. I don't think Oprah and them is gonna let them mess up a classic like
Oh
this.
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
It
no.
is supposed to be an adaptation of it, and it's gonna be more musical style, which
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
be
Yes.
Broadway
more
play.
musical. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yes, Kendall, definitely. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to anybody's channel that is up here. Definitely go ahead and do that, please. We are trying to do things like
Yes.
this a lot
Hit the
more.
likes, y'all.
So
Hit the likes too.
definitely
Mm-hmm.
make sure you have your notifications on and all that type of good stuff. Okay, y'all. So here we go. So Nettie is back. You know, Nettie
Mm-hmm.
has
Nettie!
see.
Yes.
I love
Who
that
was the
part.
one? Who was the one who did the imitation voice of the son? And
Oh, that was
Mama.
me.
Mama.
I
Oh
told
my
you that's
God.
one of my favorite parts,
Yes.
The
y'all.
daughter and then the daughter-in-law.
Ooh,
I
Mhm.
Popples.
was crying. I was like, oh
Yes.
my God.
You know, the daughter, I used to always when I was like because you know I like to imitate this one a lot, but
Mhm.
the son for me was the one when he I was trying to find I thought I had his picture of when
She looks like Claire Huxtable right there.
Mm.
she did. I said that too when I
Mm-hmm.
saw it. I said, "Oh, she looks just like Claire Huxtable." But yeah, when the sun comes up there, it's one of my favorite parts. That's
Mm-hmm.
Olivia, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Mama,"
Mhm.
and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, okay." And I like the sun because for whatever
Yeah.
reason, I'm gonna do it for y'all one more time.
Okay.
One more time. When she said when he comes up to her and he says, "Mama, Mama Boone." Mama Boone, some on ye. Mama, come up on me.
Okay.
Oh
Oh
yes,
my God.
EJ.
I will die.
Yes,
Okay, y'all. I'm
EJ.
sorry. I'm sorry. This stuff is so funny to me. Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm-mm.
It was
But it
funny.
was beautiful.
It was
Yes.
Yes.
beautiful. I loved
Mm-hmm.
it. I loved it so much. But y'all have to know that I only laugh because my nephew, I'm not my nephew, my cousin, it was just something about him. And then I started calling him Mama Bune. Every single
Mm-hmm.
time, every time I saw him, I was like, "That's your new nickname." But I love this part, y'all. This was like one of the
Mm-hmm.
best parts of the movie is seeing them come back together, full circle, seeing her get her kids back. Whoever said that comment
Yes.
about full circle, you are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we are, one more time, all the way
Yeah.
full circle, and that is our recap
Yes.
review discussion of the color purple, y'all. So let's
Little tear.
transition. Let's transition and tell me what our final thoughts, what you think, and what you're most excited to see about this adaptation, and your overall thoughts revisiting this movie. I'll start with you, Candy.
So for the movie, I didn't get to see the Broadway play, so I'm really ready to see the difference in the play and the musical movie and the I guess it's like the difference between the two.
Mhm.
Um, Fantasia, of course, I'm ready to see her, do her thing, and Holly as well. Hey,
Haley. Hmm.
Haley, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, Haley, Little Mermaid. Um, I'm just a Color Purple fan, and I can watch it all day, every day, and I'm just ready to see how they're gonna do this one, and I know it's gonna be dope, so I'm ready.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. What about you, Inga?
I'm gonna go in with an open mind. I'm not trying. I think I want to because I think it's. I didn't see the play either, the Broadway play, so I'm gonna go in with like just not thinking about the movie because if not, I'm gonna be comparing. Oh, it's not like this, and y'all didn't do it like this. I don't want to do that. So I want to go in like I'm going to see something brand new.
Mhm.
So because I think I'll enjoy it better than trying to compare the movie and the musical because I know the musical is going to be a slightly little different. Um, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Absolutely. Moochie?
Like I said, I. You know how I remember Fantasia's reality show, and they was showing little parts of the play.
Mhm.
and it made me want to see it. And I really did want to see it on Broadway. So I want to see how it is. I just want to see the songs, what type of songs they're gonna do, and things like that. I want to see how deep they really go into certain scenes. So I'm all here for it.
That's what's up. Exactly, exactly. Tamika?
Yeah, I pretty much feel like everybody else was already saying. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I think they're gonna do a good job. Um, I just want to see how it's all gonna come together. And as far as the new one, and as far as this one, I don't get tired of it. Listen, this could rock in my house as many times. Okay, Detroit King, as he can't stand this.
I know he
movie.
can't stand it.
Yeah, but I watch it, my mother watch it, my son watch it, my niece watch it, so it's generations. He know all the words to it too. Okay, every movie I know the words to, he know the words to. And that's how that goes. So yeah, it's like a family affair, and you know, it always feels fresh, even though I know the words and I could say it with it. It still always gives me that same feeling. So that's a classic for
Exactly.
me.
Exactly,
Definitely.
definitely. While I got you on the screen, what's going on your channel, man?
Saturday night I'm doing a trivia. Sunday we are doing mahogany, y'all. So join us for Throwback Sunday. And stay tuned for more things coming next week. We'll be making some announcements, putting it either on social media, community tab, whatever. Keep your notifications on. Thank y'all for tuning in.
All righty. Moochie,
Oh.
what you got on your channel?
I got what I got going on. We doing Run the World. Also I did put a poll in the chat for documentary day. That's gonna be a new thing. Documentary day, and so far the documentary that has won is Running for His Life. The Lawrence Dad. It's on the
I
tip
know
of
which
my
one.
tongue.
Yeah.
Running for his life for his life. Oh, the Lawrence I can't even get the name out right now.
It's
But
on Showtime, I
it's on
think.
it's on Showtime. Hold on, let me get the right name. But it's that one, Running for His Life, the Lawrence. I can't remember his last name right now, but it's
I
that
know which one you're
story.
talking about, but I can't think of his last name.
Yes. And then the order that we'll be doing it in is that one first, the Murtaugh's M uh documentary. I can't say the word. And then we have the Fatal Attraction M, the actual Fatal Attraction M. That's the last one. That's with this first group. So, I want to see how this goes, and we're gonna start with that one first.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm ready for that murder. Oh, ooh,
Oh, and I'm
ooh,
doing the
the
Wonder Years
unalive.
also.
Yeah, I'm
You
ready for
ready for
that.
that
Oh my
one?
gosh, yes, because I live in South Carolina. That's like, yeah,
Yes, yo, that
yes,
one's crazy.
That's what's
I
up.
thought that was gonna get the most votes actually,
yes.
and
Okay.
but the first one with this NFL player, this one is real serious. So
Hmm.
Okay.
And
Well,
which one
we
with the
are
NFL player? I'm
yeah,
Mhm.
sorry.
huh?
Which one is it
Yeah,
with the what is
the
it?
he
running for
wasn't.
it.
Hold on, let me get the go
Because I
to
didn't
the
hear
thing
what
right
Oh,
she
wait a
was
now.
minute.
saying.
Let me see what's called.
I think it's the running first. And while y'all pulling that up,
Okay.
on my channel, shoot, I don't know.
Running for His Life, the Lawrence Phillips story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't get his
Oh
last
yeah,
name out.
yeah, Lawrence
Yeah.
Phillips.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on my channel, I think that we are. I'm gonna do some catch up recaps. We're gonna revisit a few shows. Of course, The Shy is coming back in August, and I always like to do a catch up recap to re-engage in that show. I might do one for Force. But those take a little bit of time because you got to go back and then find a way to sync it all together and make it real short. So those will be coming up kind of down the line, maybe within the next few weeks. And then have some other stuff that we're working on, and we'll definitely announce that and figure out, once we get it all together. And then hopefully me and the ladies will continue to, come here every Thursday and bring you guys something different. So I'm excited about that as well. We did not have an episode of Ruthless, so I think it might be the mid-season finale at this point was last week, so I won't have anything coming up there. So just keep your notifications on as we try to figure out exactly what's going to go on the channel. Ladies, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. Inga, it's always a pleasure. Can't wait for you to get your channel. You and Detroit can have a channel together. It would be amazing.
I know y'all tired of me jumping on y'all's chat. I gotta get
not at all. Not at all.
I just enjoy being with y'all, you know.
Yes, Inga is such a big help. Yes.
Listen, we love having you.
She pushed me to do lives, okay? And she's my moderator too. Her and Moochie is my moderators and Kendall.
One more thing. Tomorrow we will be talking about trending topics. Is tomorrow at 9 p.m. And that's with me and Monique Nicole. So we're gonna be talking about different, little trending topics that happened this week. So stay tuned, y'all.
Okay.
There's a lot going down.
Streets was hot with Trump.
Down.
Candy Love, you have been a day one for the longest, and I appreciate you so much. Always coming through, always showing love, and I really hope to see more of you on the channel and hear more of your perspectives on things. So we really appreciate all your love and support because you do come through to everybody's channel.
Yeah, she supports us all.
Yes. Everywhere.
Yes, I really, really appreciate you.
I hate I took so long to find everybody. I've been missing all the stuff. I've gone back to listen to y'all, Moochie and Tamika's recaps of the old school movies. Y'all had me watching the one with Preach. Was it Preach?
Coolie High.
Coolie
High.
Oh,
Y'all made me
Coolie
watch
High,
that
yeah.
movie that night. Yes.
Yeah.
I asked my husband, I say, babe, yes, you done watch this movie? Yeah, a long time ago. You done watch it? I am. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me go ahead to the
I
chat
thank y'all.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We really do appreciate you, like real talk. I'm going to be inviting you to some more things. So as I kind of get everything together, I'm revamping my channel a little bit, y'all. So, we're going to see how this go. Miss Heron, thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate you. Zia Latrice, Shabazz, Toric, Sterling, and Sonia's mom. Okay. Derry Bacchus, thank you. I appreciate you for coming through. Let's see, Kendall, thank you so much. You always showing love. We certainly appreciate you. And I love your good mornings. I don't know, something about that just always brightens my day. I don't know. I just love it. So make sure to keep doing that. Daria, thank you so much for always supporting the channels as well and showing love to everybody. Nita, thank you so much for coming through. We certainly got to get you up here next time. Just I'll shoot you an invite next time so you can come and talk with us about some of this stuff, especially if we do the books. It'll be dope to have a nice little panel. And then Dune 226, I got my glasses on, y'all, and I still have
yeah, that's what I'll be saying.
I'm like, okay, let me see this. Shannon, thank you. We appreciate you. Monique came through. Thank you so much. And to everybody that came through, just thank you guys. We appreciate it. So we're about to go ahead and end this. 2 hours and 17 minutes. We officially had a Mo Live.
Right.
Okay.
No, Mo be going 5 or 6 hours, so we did like half his time.
We did a baby Mo Live.
Right.
We did a baby Mo. Yeah, this is a baby Mo. Mo Junior.
Baby Mo Live. But all right, guys, we're about to get up. We're about to get up out of here. Once again, thank you guys so much again. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, y'all.
Take it away, take it away.